Yasu. Who's that?
Are we meant to hear each other here? What's going on?
What's going on, man? They want the damn minerals.
Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to another live stream. Welcome back to another video. And Arsenal are in the mud yet again. Chelsea finally have the W and everything is right in the world. Was there a goal disallowed? How bad was our finishing? Who shone? Who played poorly? We're all going to delve into all of it today. But it was a very interesting game, very end-to-end, especially in the second half. I thought there was plenty of chance for both teams. Defensively, we were very solid. Going forward in the second half, I can't lie, our finishing did get very Chelsea, especially in the second half with some of the decision-making that we saw. But there was a lot of positives to take from the game. Trevor Chalobah looked solid. We had Ruben Loftus-Cheek absolutely balling out in midfield. Hudson-Odoi looked good at left wing back. Kai Havertz looked good. Timo Werner was completely Timo Werner. Hakim Ziyech looked good in phases. Michy Batshuayi very surprisingly looked good when he came on in the second half. I was really happy with his performance. I can't lie, looking like a better option than Tammy Abraham was, but at least he got another goal at the Emirates. Tammy is 3 in 3, so we could take that as a positive. Might be a good audition. Might have raised his transfer fee up by about another 5 million, even if his other performances might have lowered it back down anyway. But big up everyone that's locked in. We got nearly 200 you guys here at the start. Smash the like and subscribe button. First off, Wayne, I'm going to start with you. What's your thoughts on the game, my guy?
Right, before we start off the game, can someone saying oops again for someone not putting their mics on?
I know, that was hilarious, man. I was creasing during the intro.
I know.
What were you laughing at, man?
Because the intro is supposed to be silent and everybody could hear us. So,
hey, we want the minerals.
So you can see here's music, and then you chiming in. Everybody wants the minerals. I think you should start minerals approved stations or channels. You have to exploit it. You have to exploit it to the max while you're hot. Minerals approved.
Minerals FC, bro. Minerals FC.
Yeah, minerals approved channels. That's what you need to go with. Have a stamp of approval.
I'm ready. Come on, Wayne. Let's have it. Let's go. Let's go.
I want to say something about Tammy too.
I'm didn't see all of it because for once I was behind Lewis in the first half. It was not very often that I have to say that. But
hold on, we don't need to know this information.
I was.
Why are you making it like that, man? I can't be.
I'm just saying. I don't. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, I knew Justin would say something. But yeah, the game was all right. Certain players impressed me. What I got to see. I think Sterling. I think he was unsung. I think some of his tackles he made in the back impressed me. Sabacosta he did all right. On the right wing. Batshuayi is like I said, another one. But I think the big positives of today was lost his cheek at the number 6. I think we've been told so many times about it, but seeing it, believing in it, it looks like he could actually suit that position. So there's a very big big tick for that. I think Hudson-Odoi, I think he's just getting strength and strength. Look, we can have this argument all day long about him, but with the pre-season on his belt, this season it could be his make or break season for us. To see how it goes, I feel positive about it. And obviously, Tammy seeing his transfer away to Arsenal, it's all good. And Zuma. News today breaking about Zuma, about West Ham can't afford him. And
that one I find really hard to believe because he's only got like fucking 40k a week wages.
What did I tell you about Tammy and Zuma? West Ham have no money. Tammy's going to Arsenal. Zuma, I guess, will end up going to Sevilla.
Even after that performance, are we sure Tammy's going to Arsenal? Because I ain't too sure, man. Like he scored, but like decision making was not there today.
Well, is it ever? But look at Arsenal's team.
Not really.
Let's step back for a second before we talk about players. Let's look at the macro or the overall scale of this game. It was most of Arsenal's first team playing most of our substitutes. We had what 1, 2, 3, 4 starting players on the pitch in the first half. I don't count Pulisic and Ziyech as starting players because they have mostly bench roles with the team. And then in the second half, it got even less. And you had Arsenal playing most of their first team for what 60, 70% of that game, and they could barely break us down. The goal that they're all talking about. If VAR was instituted today, he would have been offside anyway. The one that went over the line, he was offside in the build-up. So it really doesn't matter. It was offside. So they can just forget about that. It was just a very good performance, but you could see from a coaching aspect, the team with less talent on the field, I guess you would say, first team talent, from a Premier League standard, even though our second team, I think, is better than their first team. Because of the coaching aspect, the levels we have in coaching, we were so much better drilled, so much better prepared. You know, we had Sterling, Chalobah, and Sarr playing in the second half on defense. And we conceded off a header.
Yeah, I think was Chalobah's only real mistake because
I thought that was on Drinkwater.
Drinkwater wasn't the one marking him though.
I'm pretty sure it's on Drinkwater.
I think it was on Drinkwater myself. But it doesn't matter. Again, to make those changes, the set pieces are what suffers. The set plays. So we're very well coached. We played very well. We should have had 4 goals in that game, easy. Look go, Craigo. Big shout out to Craigo in the chat.
Yes, Craigo. If you want to hop on, man, we'll send you over a link.
So, again, we're just so much better than Arsenal. Just so much better. And it's Arsenal can talk all the smack they want to. Just let them run their mouth. Don't even say anything to them, because when you give them enough rope, they're going to eventually hang themselves. Because
did not Deadwood team be the first team as well?
Yeah. They're a garbage squad with a garbage coach playing in a garbage stadium
with garbage fans watching.
Hey, you can send hate mail to Carefree Lewis.
I will take it.
I didn't say the fans. I was about to say that, but I stopped short. But I'm glad my brother got my back.
you know about Tammy Abraham as well. He scored a goal and he still dropped a 2 out of 10 performance in that game. He was I thought he was unbelievably really bad actually. And when he had that 1v1, he blamed the guy to the right of him, like, why weren't you making that movement? Now it's down to Tammy. It's missing. I don't think he's going to be worth more than 40 to 50 million.
He's going for 30 million.
Yeah, he just seems to get worse and worse at Chelsea at the minute. I don't know what's wrong with him, and I do like him, but like he's just not helping himself, and he's just dropping stinkers everywhere. Like
the way
it's just going to get worse.
What I see Sal Niguez being sold this next week to either Liverpool or Man United. Most likely Liverpool. Lacazette will go to Atletico for 30. Tammy will go to Arsenal for 30. They want him off the books to bring Haaland in.
Yeah, that's the last thing we need. I mean, that's the first thing we need, actually, to be fair, from what I've seen in this game. I don't get why everyone was so excited about this game. I thought it was fucking average, to be honest, watching this game. Listen, it is so clear and evident that we should have been about 3-4 goals up. The amount of chances that we got in that game, let's not even cut corners here. We couldn't finish our food. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's pre-season, and I'm not going to be too critical of them, but I see this last season without a pre-season. You know, so it still answers the question that we need a striker. There's a couple of players that for me need to go, like from that performance. They don't, you know, I know they're meant to try and show Tuchel what they're about to try and be given an opportunity, but I don't think they've done that. There was a couple of them in there that I thought were well average today. But you know, it was a good win. We beat Arsenal. I don't think this is the kind of game where you sort of look at it from an Arsenal, you know, just beating an Arsenal perspective. I think it's more of you look at it as, you know, where we are currently at the moment with the squad that we have, and you know the potential players that could come in. And I don't think there's many that can get into our team. Got my honest opinion. Looking at them, but that's just my opinion.
I think Ruben has a case to be made. I think you could make a case for Sterling. You can make a case for Chalobah.
Really?
Weirdly enough, like as a bench player, if Mishi plays like that a bit more, there might be a spot for him. I can't believe I'm saying that this year.
I said,
how many chances did he have in front of the goal?
I said
he didn't even have as many chances, but his best chance should have been put on a plate by Tammy, and he just made the decision.
Well, Kante back killed one to him, and he hit it with his left foot. Should have done better.
What stood out to me was like the close control with the ball. He was beating players for fun.
Batshuayi has always been a second.
I'll be honest. The game today, it was all about fitness. It was all about It was all about the fact. The way I look at it is, Chelsea were levels above Arsenal, not even in first gear. It's like they haven't even switched the engine on. Yeah, that was Chelsea, and Kai Havertz just effortlessly banging it in. So I think, in the sense of we can banter Arsenal and all that, but they're in the mud as it is. So I think the only positive we can take is that the Tammy to Arsenal's heating up, because obviously they're rehearsing their assists to Tammy for the new season.
Yeah, he did.
He bagged it in nicely.
He also flopped one as well, though, didn't he? He was like, I don't know what he tried to do. It's the weakest shot I've ever seen in my life.
But Tammy's all right, man. You know what I mean? We'll get onto the Tammy debate, because I'm not happy with what I've been hearing. Not happy at all. But anyway, that's another discussion. But generally speaking, I think the only player that has a shout to even be considered potentially is a Loftus-Cheek. I think everyone else is going to be loaned out or sold. I think that includes Batshuayi. I think that includes Barkley.
Yeah, they all need to go.
Chalobah,
even Sarr, man, he needs to go.
All of them. They're all going. And the fact
we got to keep some strikers.
No. Haaland, when Haaland's coming in, you're going to have Werner, you're going to have Kai Havertz, and we've got an array.
Then we need a third option.
Well, not really, because if you look at our bench, in the front three, when Haaland doesn't play, you can play Werner, or you can play Kai Havertz, definitely false nine, and he played with Werner today, and they look.
What's happened if Werner gets injured or Haaland?
Well, they can get injured, but if they get injured, whether you got a striker or not, and whether you got a Tammy or you've got, Tammy's not going to be there. If you've got a Broja or you've got a Batshuayi, they ain't going to be bagging you the goals.
Why were you all getting excited about Ziyech? Before I go quickly, what was the whole Ziyech thing?
Ziyech is all right, man.
He was good. Gem, he was good.
Oh, he's that good? He ran around the goalie and took three.
No, yeah, of course, yeah, of course you should put it in, but no, but of course you should put it in, of course. But like, he was actually one of the best players again in the preseason.
Yeah, he was really smart on the ball.
Well, I thought
he was sharp.
Gem, you can't deny he's been one of the best players in preseason so far.
I think
I did watch the first game. This is the first game I watched as it, and I just
thought the first game he played really well as well.
Okay, I think we're starting to go. Everybody's going into their corners and coming out with their agendas. So before we get there, let's just say the people that didn't. For me, these are the players that didn't look like they belonged at Chelsea. Ross Barkley, Tammy Abraham, Danny Drinkwater,
Malang Sarr.
Yes, Oscar.
Yes, Oscar.
Or you're not telling me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we got
how was your day out at the library?
Yeah, literally just came out of the game, man. What are you guys saying? What are you talking about?
The players that don't belong. I was listening to players that don't belong at Chelsea anymore.
There's a long list though, just to keep.
Let me guess. Is Tammy getting slandered after that performance?
Well, yeah, Tammy's on the list. Zuma's on the list. Barkley's on the list. Drinkwater. But see, I thought that he was okay in parts of the game. I can see what Tuchel's looking at and why he's looking at him so intently. But there's just some of them, you just instantly they're out there and they're like, okay, this not going to work. Ruben's a better fit for this team than Drinkwater, so Drinkwater's out. Actually, I think Chalobah or Sterling have a better shot at that backup.
I'd say
center
Sterling,
back.
But
I think Sarr will go on loan. It just depends if he wants Chalobah as the center back / CDM or a right back / center back.
We don't need them, man. We've got Koundé coming in. Why the fuck do we need these players sitting
But you have to have an extra because we're playing three at the back. If you're playing three at the back, you need to have enough coverage to where if you have a mass injury, and we have age in that position, you have to have that coverage. Plus, either one of them is going to give you a England. Isn't Chalobah English too? Or is he?
They're both English.
I think he reps
Sterling
England,
can play for Jamaica and Chalobah can play for I think Nigeria, but I'm not sure.
So then they also give you a quota again towards your Champions League. So there's decisions there to be made depending on who exactly comes in. I think it's going to be fluid as well. As these games progress, if somebody shows out that they can take a position, maybe we have to look at, filling another. If Alonso goes instead of Zuma to Sevilla, then
it depends on if it's Alonso or Emerson, because I'm hearing varying names getting put in the list.
Well, I think they're all. It's like it's a pick 'em. It's like these are the ones we're offering you. You find which one you want plus some money. I think they ruled Emerson out. I think they're looking at Alonso and now Zuma again because if West Ham officially cannot afford Zuma, which is only £25 million, they certainly can't afford Tammy at 30. So it looks like Zuma's on again to Sevilla. So that allows Alonso to stay, but Alonso still might want to go. If you lose both of them, then you have to bring in a left back. Who do you bring in a left back?
I don't know if we do.
Yes, you do. Who are you going to play?
Hudson Odoi.
At left back?
Ben Chilwell, Hudson
left
Odoi.
wing back, I think he
left
means.
wing back maybe, but not left back.
You've got Ben Chilwell can play left back.
Yeah.
And then if need be.
But you got no backup.
Yeah,
and Callum,
if need be, you got Azpilicueta or Dion Sterling.
You're bringing in a left back. If both of them go, you bring in a left back.
I think we might bring like a cheap left back.
Would work, but like we wouldn't have any attacking ability with us.
Not when you're buying Haaland, Koundé, and the Tchouaméni. No chance. It's not happening this season.
It's dependent how much we sell, though, Johnny. Like if we got the money and we just find a cheap
even
left back, just why not?
On loan again, isn't he?
No,
but Johnny, what I'm saying is, it would be
in excess of 300 million.
It would be a no to a Tchouaméni because Ruben would fill that position, and then a move on to a left back if we lost both of them.
That's only if that is a Tuchel call.
Yeah.
Tuchel has to make that call. If he thinks Loftus-Cheek has got what it takes to play a fill-in role in the season, and does he want to play a fill-in role in the season? I think he might be open to it because he'll be playing at a high level at his home club, so he probably wants to give it a go. But I'm just not sure. These pre-seasons can be very deceiving. You think a player looks good, puts in a good performance, and then he goes on loan, and you're just like, oh, okay, fair enough. So I think Tuchel's already made his mind up. It's just whether we've got a Tchouaméni or a Rice lined up to not warrant keeping Loftus at all. We don't know what's going on now. Is in Koundé's going to get signed, Haaland's going to get signed, and then you got that one midfield position that I'm hearing they want Rice as the priority, but it doesn't look like they'll get that player because of the financial reasons. So therefore, is it a case of we're buying Tchouaméni because we can't get Rice, or do we keep Loftus and go for Rice next year? That's an interesting one to look out for, because I thought in the first half he played the most minutes out of every player on the pitch, because he played the full first half and he came off like 60 minutes, didn't he? So that's clear to me that Tuchel is properly looking at him.
And he played well.
All the minerals, Johnny.
He played well too.
Yeah, he's got minerals. We know he has, but he did play well. He made things tick. And do you know what I liked about Loftus is in that position, he just didn't give the ball away.
Right.
Yeah. The ball to Werner was beautiful too.
That's very important in that position. Extremely important.
I think he handled Partey really well in there.
He did.
He didn't seem to struggle in that first half.
The ball and especially with pace too, is excellent.
And he played defense as well. He put in a tackler too. So
he's a big guy, which our team, especially in midfield, our team is quite small. You've got Kante, Jorginho, those kind of players. With Loftus-Cheek in there, he adds a bit of strength and a bit of physical side. So he keeps the ball really well, and I want to see him stay this year now. I think he's got a space in the team.
Yeah, with Ruben, if he doesn't stay this season, I fear for his future. He ain't gonna make it Chelsea. He has to stay this season and try prove his worth to Chelsea. I think
it's all dependent on how much Tuchel likes him. I think if Tuchel fancies him,
with Loftus, I think also he's at an age now where, he's had issues with his body and his physical condition, and causing him injuries and whatnot, and the injuries he's had. But he's at an age now where he's properly fully developed. And I think he looked very composed. He looked like he's learnt the game and he's taken on Tuchel's tactics and philosophy quite effortlessly. And he looked like he slotted in quite nicely. He made the game tick, and he linked up with Havertz and Werner well, and he was sort of attacking, defend. He was everywhere, but because he's both-footed, you can just fire the ball at him, and it just seems to stick to him.
Yeah,
and that's class. I love that, and I think if that's his new position going forward in the season, and we don't buy Tchouaméni or Rice, he could potentially be like a Jorginho. Like when Jorginho doesn't play, you could play Loftus, because Loftus is. He can sit, but he can go forward. He doesn't give the ball away. He can just recycle the ball, and then you can leave a Kovacic. I mean, he played with Kovacic, brilliant.
Well, I'll say my thing with Boston is you could play him with any of our midfielders, and you can't say that about anyone else other than you can't play Kova with everybody. You can't play George with everybody. You can't play Conte with everybody. But Ruben, you could play with all three of those guys.
I think he played Jorginho with all of them. I think because what you saw in the first half was Ruben play the holding Jorginho role, the holding six. And in the second half, when Drinkwater came on, he played the more Kovacic advancing six. I think he can play both roles very well.
Well, the only other player is Gilmore, and he's not playing. And let's have it right. Pat Nevin said, it's upsetting, really, that Gilmore's gone on loan, because he said he's ready to play. He can play at Chelsea level. He's ready. He said he basically said it was painful to watch Billy go because he goes, "There's no way Billy's coming back next year. 100% Billy's coming back next year." So Billy,
of course, just after he gets a bit of that sweet experience because he needs it.
Yeah, he won't
big up
exactly. Game time.
Big up Dinishin saying, "Can Mount replace Jorginho in the pivot?" Not replace Jorginho because they're both completely different midfielders. Jorginho's still the only sitter that we have. So I wouldn't have Mason Mount, who's a well-known presser, replace him. That wouldn't work for me.
I think in the big games, Lewis, if you have an injury like we did with Kovacic and Kante, or I think if Tuchel had Gilmore and he just chose not to play him, and I think he probably would use Mount in certain games if need be.
Last resort, yeah.
Yeah, but
not to replace Jorginho, maybe next to him.
No, not to replace. Mount's playing as an 8-10. He's not going to play in the double sixes going forward. He might get experience.
It's not a good position for him.
That's not where Mount is the most effective.
Yeah, when Mount plays in the attacking 3 position, he plays more like an attacking 8 than anything else because he'll be the deepest dropper of the 3 group. He'll almost be like a 5-3-2 when Mount plays because he'll want to drop deep and get a hold of the game.
Well, we know Mount will be able to play that. He can play in four positions easy, and I think that is the one at the bottom of the list. If it's a must, you play. You know, if Tuchel fancies him to play there, it's because he decides. It's down to what Tuchel wants. But I want to say, so Loftus-Cheek for me was fantastic, and I actually thought there's two other things. So Werner and Havertz link up. I thought looked really sharp. Werner looked really good. He looked like he's on the pace. You know what I'm saying? He
did. It's just the same old Timo.
Do you think so?
As well.
Yeah.
I feel like he needed to be better. I mean, we talk a lot about Timo being a player that we need on the high line. Arsenal played a high line today, and the ball came over the top twice. One of them, he got the assist, so fair play to him. But other times in front of goal, I'm still not confident he's going to score. He had opportunities. Had a couple of shots.
He had the toe poke, and that was the only thing he could do. So that's either if it's on.
Yeah, but that's also because he paused, and that's the thing. He paused too much.
It's how he runs. He runs, and his strides put him into awkward position. I mean, you're right. It is preseason, but
he looked sharp.
We want to see more from Werner.
His pace was always dangerous. His movement was always dangerous, and it helped Ziyech. It helped Havertz. And the other player, obviously, is Caltech. I thought. Some of the moves he made was just ridiculous. It was just ridiculous how he
see the one where he left Pablo Mari doing the mannequin challenge.
Literally, they were like I call them full kit wankers, the Arsenal lot, and Caltech literally made him look like full kit wankers because they were just standing there like mannequins. And
mate,
he just literally went round.
I could hear Pablo Mari's ankles break, mate. I could hear it.
Yeah, well,
it'd be nice to have some end product on that though, because Werner was wide open.
He needs to get better at that when he cuts inside because he's so dangerous. It's so easy for him to glide past players that when he gets into that final third, he just needs to bury it. He's only 20 though. I expect that to come with time.
Oscar, let me ask you a question.
Very quickly, Pat never made the point though. He said, you're in your left wing back. Once you take on one player, you got another 2 to take on. So he goes, Callum knows that. And I think, if he's in the more forward position, he's only got 1 or 2 at maximum to take on. But where in the position he's playing today, he's got like maybe 3-4 players he's got to take on to do that, just to get into a position. And I think that's why we want Cho in that last final third position as opposed to left wing back. But he looked good as a left wing back, I ain't gonna lie.
I gotta ask Oscar a Joe question. When Tuchel talks to him after the match, what do you think he's talking to him about?
I think it's more like the defensive work. I feel like he's telling him how to track the runners going back, because he's putting him in that wing back position. And that's personally why I don't want to see him play there, because defensively, he's just never going to be as good as a Reece James or an Aspi or one of our other wing backs. That's just not his game. Yeah, Chilwell even. So I think once we get to, he can play in the wing back position for a lot of games in the league. But if we were to go into a Champions League game against Real Madrid or a Champions League final, Callum's never going to be able to start in that position, because in the big games you want your best defenders there.
I did. What I'm saying, why I'm bringing that up is because that might be the position where he gets his most play this year, considering we're going to add Holland to the mix of the attacking group we have right now. So unfortunately, there's just only so many minutes. So I think he really needs, if he's going to get more minutes at the right wing back spot than he is going to be those forward positions, he really needs to shape up it. And yes, you can all talk about the 2 moments he had in the first half, but I could count countless times where he didn't make the right pass or he didn't track his runner going back. He had the easier side to defend. So and
Loftus,
let me finish that
stayed on the most out of all the players.
Yeah, look. So
just to round this up real quick, he as a wing back, he played poorly in defense. He had his 2 moments going forward; they were brilliant. It shows that he has those moments. But as a wing back, you want to see the tracking back, because if you lose your runner on the other side, it doesn't matter how good you are going forward.
Yeah, but the goals wasn't down to him.
No,
I don't think he lost his runner that many times.
Yeah, I mean, he did quite a lot. He did.
I felt like when because in the first half we were pushed back a lot. Like they were playing the ball in our half mostly, so there wasn't many opportunities to catch us in behind or go that backwards. And then going forward, I felt like we sort of struggled as a team to sustain like genuine play. It was only counters that we were hitting them with. So I get your point. He definitely needs to improve his defensive work if he's going to play left wing back or right wing back. But it's something you're going to have to accept.
All it is just game management of when to attack and when to chase your runner and stay with your man. That's what a wing back is. It's not. It doesn't mean you've got to be incredible at tackling, and it's your game intelligence and management, and that can only come with experience and learning off the manager. But Tuchel knows that Adoy in the final third is what his most natural, his orthodox position. But because of who's performing or who we had performing at that top, it's very difficult for him to get in because his final third decisions can let him down. And in moments where you've got these fine margins, you don't want Cho to not deliver. You need someone who's going to deliver it. And I think that's why he plays him the left wing back. But he's testing it out at the minute. And
we had nobody else is why he played left wing back. Basically, we had nobody else. And that's why you saw Ziyech on the left-hand side, because you needed somebody on that side with a left foot, because Callum's not making.
What happened? What happened to Alonso?
Alonso supposedly is getting caught up in the Sevilla thing because Zuma's kind of. Well, I can go to West Ham. West Ham don't have the money, so it's either going to be one of 3 players going to Sevilla. You've got Alonso, Zuma, or Emerson, and I think they've rolled Emerson now. I think it's between Alonso and Zuma.
Yeah,
I think Alonso's going to survive at Chelsea. He's going to stay here. I've lost hope
he wasn't in the team today. That's the first sign that
he's a cockroach. He's a cockroach. He's going to survive.
Just so everybody understands, I don't expect Callum and Pulisic to play bang on man for man defending. They're wingers. They're forwards. They're not defenders. But it's about being in position to track, being there with your runner. That's all I'm talking about. That's tracking.
Yeah, everyone's gunning Pulisic in the comments section.
Yeah.
I would just say, like, this is the sort of game where you make those experiments, and the Pulisic at right wing back, it's an experiment. It didn't work out. We'll leave it at that.
I feel harsh criticizing him because, like, I was in the first half, I was by Pulisic's side. And he just kept getting beat by Tierney, and it was constant overlapping. And I felt like it's just symptoms of us not playing, or Tuchel being forced to play players not in their natural position. I don't necessarily blame Callum and Pulisic when they're getting done in defensive work because they're not defenders. Like it's just,
No.
I get it. We might be playing that way this season, but it's just not where Baba Rahman came on, and he was a much better fullback than those
and
two.
so is
Zappacosta.
But
what I'm saying is that position.
I mean, Zappacosta kept getting caught out as well. So
Zappacosta was terrible. He was still
better
both
because
he wanted to play.
He wanted to play Werner, Havertz, and Ziyech. He wanted to try them three, and if you play Odoi or Pulisic, one of those or two of those have to come out, and he wanted to give them all minutes in the first half.
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at it. I don't think you're going to see Pulisic playing right or left wing back. It ain't going to happen.
I don't care how well. Go ahead, Chris.
No, I was going to say, with like Ziyech and Werner and Kai Havertz, if we don't get a Haaland or something, that link-up could actually be pretty good. Like, if you saw, like, Ziyech, he passed it to Werner, Werner passed it to Kai Havertz, and they all linked up pretty well. I thought them three can play pretty well attacking-wise. In certain games, it can be useful.
I don't care how well Ziyech plays. If he tries that shit with an open net again, where he's dancing with the ball with nobody in goal and he doesn't shoot the ball, I don't.
What was
right
that?
To the bench. Right to the bench. I don't give a shit.
Oh my gosh, what was that?
He's taking the piss out of Arsenal. That's what he's doing.
Wait, Lewis, is the Chelsea coach Ellison's one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chelsea coach is going by me right now.
Hey, jeez.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the Chelsea players. They don't really have branding on it.
Yo, can I just make
you don't want to put Chelsea branding in art down that way.
let me.
That is Granit Xhaka's Mercedes, by the way.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I just saw him in the car.
Yes,
they're probably wheeling him out in the back.
Let me just make a point about Hudson-Odoi. So when it comes to Hudson-Odoi, this game for me is like a prime example of what I was talking about. When you play a player so that he can actually predominantly be on his preferred foot to take on players, to be creative, to be a goal threat, that's what you can get from Hudson-Odoi. And that's not to say today was like, out of this world, like banger. But what I'm saying to you is if you watched him, he was dangerous. And he was dangerous trying to get into the box. He wasn't just out wide and just sticking out wide. He could cut in. He could come in from wide. There was options. He wasn't restricted just as a player by playing on the right and having to do things where he has to cut into his left to do anything else in regards to either
shooting good positions. He was.
But I need some end product, man. I need some end product.
No,
but
that will come with time.
Well, Werner, in fairness to Werner, on the one run Callum made where he shot the ball, Werner was wide open in front of the goal.
Yeah,
like
he could have just
a little simple pass from Callum. It's a goal.
I'll be honest with you, Josh. I think that's a team problem because our team seems very focused on sometimes being the guy that scores rather than the team that ends up being the one that benefits. So when you watch our team,
I gotta go, but I'll chat to you later.
Take care, brother. What happens with our team? We can sometimes be in ideal scenarios where we can literally score those tapping goals, and we won't make the pass because the player thinks that I've got this. I can score this by myself, and more often than not, they don't actually score.
It's like Tammy in the second half, leaving left Michi out to dry like 4 times. Like I thought Michi, to be honest, I thought Michi was very bright in the second half with his speed, and he was in position, and Tammy just would not pass the ball. Like
I agree.
Yeah, but Tammy, actually, I think didn't Tammy moan at Michi when he missed a 1v1 as well?
Yeah, you could hear him.
Because he shot, but it doesn't matter. He still shot the ball. It wasn't like he tried to pass it and it was an errant pass. Like
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe a player blame another player for missing.
I gotta finish this point.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go back to what Mo said.
Yeah,
I'm gonna use his words. If you put Callum in his right position so he can come on his correct foot.
Yeah.
And if you put him out in space and where he's free to run at people, he's great. What I'm saying is, to be on this team, you have to be more than that. You cannot proceed. He was good because you did all these things to get him in his right position. It's the same argument we have with Werner. We have to pay him on the left.
It's a preseason, man. It's a preseason game. I mean, Caltech is one of our most skillful players. He's only fucking 20 years old. It's like I don't get what everyone expect. Like the guy needs an opportunity. The guy hasn't had an opportunity all last season, and after his injury, and he burst onto the scene before that. So I think everyone just needs to be patient with Callum and let him show what he can do. And it's not his fault if Tuchel plays him as a wing back. That's where he's going to play, and that's what he's got to try and offer. If he plays him in the final third, he's got to take his opportunity because that's his orthodox position. And it's as simple as that. There's nothing to debate on Callum for me. I think he's got this whole season to decide to show if he's Chelsea level, and he needs to earn his stripes to play for Chelsea, and that's it. End of.
So how much time do you think he's going to get on this team?
He needs a season.
During the season, how much time do you think he's actually going to see on the pitch? Given the depth of the team,
I can't call that because that's down to Tuchel.
I'm asking your opinion.
That's down to Tuchel. Yeah,
I think
I genuinely can't say.
Sorry, I was on another tab. But what was it? Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah.
If we go and buy Haaland, well, when we buy Haaland starts. Fact, all right. Haaland starts. Kai Havertz looks like he's going to start, and Mount's going to start. And in this formation, that's the front three taken. So the only position that is open is left and right wing back. And Cho will have to compete with either Reece James or Aspilicueta. Probably not Aspi, so it'd be Reece James and Cho. And Pulisic is just going to have to fight for the front three. That's what I think is going to happen. And depending on injuries and the way the season goes, or if there's chemistry, you never know. Cho might build an amazing chemistry with Haaland, like Sancho did, and then Cho, cements his position. There's a lot of things that can happen.
Who does Cho overtake though, Johnny? Mason Mount or Kai Havertz?
He's third on that depth chart behind James and Dave. He's the third choice wing back. He's
definitely isn't behind. Definitely isn't behind Aspi, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, he is. I'm telling you right now, he is.
I don't think he is.
I wouldn't think so, because
I think it depends on the game that might call for it. But otherwise, most of the time, I actually would see Cho playing there. Then I would see Dave there, because
who played wing back down the stretch? Who played that
side? That's my point. You're going based on the fact that the manager was trying to do what the manager needed to do there. You're not going based off the fact that the manager right now isn't in the same place he was 6 months ago, where he has to get the club back to a top 4 place and actually be within it somewhere respectable within his other competitions. So what you need to actually understand here is that this is the point that I always make to people, is that people will look at a player, look at him for one game, and you forget his age, forget his game time, and you just say, why is he not the finished product? How can a player be a finished product if he doesn't get the game time? The fact of the matter is, when the player does get game time, he will make improvements in certain scenarios depending on where you put him.
And on top of that, Cho's 20 years old, and so's Billy Gilmore. Cho's still in the team. Billy Gilmore's gone on loan.
Yeah.
Now that to me tells me that regardless, Tuchel needs and wants Cho in the squad. With Billy Gilmore, he's happy for him to go on loan and have him come back a year later. So obviously Cho's got he's seen something in Cho that's good enough. He's got obviously minerals to keep him in the squad to fight to compete. And let's be honest, let's have it right. Every player that's in the Chelsea squad, they've all got to fucking earn their right to play in the first team. It's not as simple as, last year. Forget last year. Last year's gone now. It's this year now. Mount's got to start again. Havertz's got to start again. Werner's got to start again. Haaland's going to come in. He's got to start. Everyone's got to fight for their place. And I think that raises your levels, raises your game.
You know what the thing is,
Wait, Mo, just before you go, Dinishan's saying if Haaland comes well with Werner and Mount play, they'll probably rotate with Kai Havertz, but I still think our strongest lineup probably keeps Timo Werner on the bench, and you see Havertz, Mount, and Haaland play together. Myron also saying Cho will find game time at right wing back against deep blocks. Yeah, when we play deep blocks and you play your Burnleys and your Newcastles, we'll be able to play with more attackers. That's why we're able to have Marcos Alonso playing on the other side of the fullbacks as well. So you definitely will see him get game time at right wing back, but I think you see him play on the left hand side a lot more this season as well. Because like Thomas Tuchel said, this is his breakout season. There's no more hiding for Hudson-Odoi today, so you won't be seeing him hide either.
Yeah. But also that, like, let's not forget, things are not cemented. Things can change. A manager is allowed to change his mind, and this is the issue. Like, Jester, you sometimes are someone that will say certain points about a player, but then not apply the same consistency to another player. And I get what you're trying to say in terms of like his best game opportunities will come playing on the outside of the positions that we're saying. But at the end of the day, you can't ignore this guy excels better when he's doing the things that we've just pointed out to you. And at the end of the day, he's 20 years old. And as long as he gets game time, he will improve. He will actually cement a place in this team because the actual ability is there for us to all see.
Let's be honest. He'd be going on loan if that wasn't the case. It'd be simple as that. He'd be sent on loan.
What are we talking about, Johnny?
Caltech.
He needs to go on loan because then he gets the game time that everybody's talking about. He's not going to get it in the Chelsea team this year.
It's not about game time. It's about.
It is about. Mo just literally said he needs the game. If he gets the game time, he'll get better.
Competing. He's at a level to compete, right? To earn his right to play in that team. Because in Chelsea, when you earn your right to play in that team, you can stay at that level and you excel. And Cho needs that. Going to a fucking mid-table team's not going to do anything for the kid. He needs to play at Chelsea. He needs for Gilmore, everyone thinks that. I don't think so. I think Gilmore should have stayed. I think Caltech should stay. And I think they both fight for their positions and to really go at the squad. And that's how it should have been. Unfortunately, one of them's gone. Caltech's got the opportunity to stay. And I think when he gets the opportunity, there is not one player that could do what he done. He done twice.
Johnny,
in that
he'll
game.
be good as
he just walked past them. It was like they weren't even there.
Johnny.
There's not one player.
Johnny, a lot of wingers can take on players. A lot of wingers can do that.
What? Pulisic, Pulisic can do it, but how often does he do it? He didn't do it once in that game, and he was playing.
Yeah, but he's done it many times. He did it against Liverpool before, like literally took on 3 players.
Hold on.
And he's not going to be starting next season. He's not going to start.
Listen, they're both playing for that game. Today they were both playing wing back. Were they? Were they not? Pulisic didn't do anything that Cho did. Didn't do anything like that. He didn't take on players or make them go missing.
Pulisic can't actually play wing back at all.
Right. So Caltech can play wing back. He's shown, and he can get better at it. So he's versatile. He's more versatile than Pulisic. Clear as day.
Oh, good lord!
Probably, but.
He
probably is, but like
you're saying, oh my god! But at the end of the day, Pulisic is not a left or right wing back.
There you go,
Johnny. Pulisic is a left wing.
Okay, bye, Isaac. You're banned from the channel now.
What happened?
What happened?
Oh yeah, come on, man. Why are we calling people racist and that? Yeah, fuck that. It's done already. Jester, you got there before I did. Fair enough.
No, honestly.
Look, again,
just
I don't
get give us a chance next season. He'll look good.
Well,
so what's going to happen is he's going to get a chance because we're going to have a lot of games, and then it's going to be on him to be so good that he's obviously better. Then he has to take it. Yes.
But so does Pulisic. But Pulisic gets a bit of leeway. He gets a bit of leeway because if you look at what he did at the back end of last season, he had some stinkers, but he also contributed heavily, and he was picked over Cho. That's clear as day. And he does offer us something different. And if he does find his form, he's a devastating
He's better off the
player.
bench, and that's where he'll play next year. And I think that's his best spot. So
when a Haaland comes in, it's even harder for Pulisic and Hudson-Odoi and Ziyech and Werner, in my opinion. They've all got to bring their minerals because
Chelsea's always been about competition anyway.
Lewis, when was the last time we had that, bro? We haven't had that nasty fight and competition for quite a while in our squad.
Not this
level. We've had that the whole of last seseason. It was just nobody could finish, so no one could justify their spot.
I don't know. I think people got complacent last season. But I think it's the signings that gave those implications. But then when Timo and Vern and Havertz weren't really, hotting up and taking opportunities, I think the players didn't feel the threat. But I think this Havertz is sending alarms. He's sending alarms, mate.
Yeah.
To the squad.
If we don't get Erling Haaland, we're cool with Kai Havertz up front.
No, honestly, if we It'll come for time for sure. When's the transfer window anyway? It's close to 1st of August. I heard.
Yeah, end of August.
End of August. We
got a whole
time
month.
Yeah, we got time. We got
time.
time. We got what? 31 days. We got time.
We do need to start making moves of the Haaland thing, though. Like Haaland, we need to make that move.
Yeah, we understand that, Chris. But you know what transfer window looks like.
Yeah. I know this is gonna take time. It's 150 million, but I want to see some more concrete with this. In all fairness, like journalists and all that, but like it's just very quiet.
It's coming.
I think Johnny, you know, I think he is coming, but like you know, it's a bit worrying.
Just cut some slack of this Cho guy. Yeah, he's gonna come good this season for sure.
Yeah, we've only heard that for 2 years.
Is that come good at wing back? Is that come good at wing back?
2030, Cho is gonna come good.
I don't want to keep hearing.
You really think Cho's gonna be like Theo Walcott or something?
I'm not
saying like it's gonna be like a Theo Walcott. He's gonna excel that right.
Not you. I was talking to Jester because like you're backing Cho. I'm talking to Jester on this.
You know, I don't think Cho's a bad player. It's just he does one thing and everybody says, "Oh, look, see, that's the reason he should play." Well, you don't.
People are very excited.
You don't look the rest of the game where Tuchel would be saying, "Hey, you didn't track your runner. Your runner was free down that side." And hey, hold on. Let me finish before anybody interrupts me. I'm tired of that. Because he had the easier defensive side. Okay? He wasn't playing against Kieran Tierney. He was playing against Callum Chambers and Pepe. And the other side was a bad winger. Okay, whatever. So
go ahead, Jester. Sorry.
Pulisic had the harder defensive assignment. And yes, he got beat, but at least he was tracking his runner. He was there. He might be getting beat.
He can't play there, bro. He's played there last season. I saw him try him, and he just
wait, Johnny. Let him land. Go on, Jester.
So in the defensive areas, Pulisic was a better wing back than Callum, and Callum had the best moment of the first half out of the two. Pulisic had more big moments.
Well, no, he had Loftus-Cheek with him as well. Don't forget. Who did Celtic have? He had Kovacic.
Yeah, but hold on.
Let's talking about his starting person who's
the better of the two.
They're playing fullbacks.
It's not defensively. Kovacic ain't that great for me. He ain't that great.
He's okay there, Johnny. He's okay.
He's not great though.
He's all right.
Okay, he's not great. I just say that. We agree. He's not great. Yeah, he is good though.
But what I'm saying is,
he didn't do anything.
Every competitive game, this was just a friendly. In a competitive game, when Pulisic just played in right wing back, he's been anonymous, man.
He's only played
I think we agree. We don't want him playing wing back.
He can't play there. It's my point. But Celtic
he's a worse.
No, and I'm saying Callum can't either against good teams. He'll get smoked.
He's been great against
I just explained it to you. He doesn't track his runners.
Atletico Madrid, Celtic and Mount were our best players in that game.
Atletico Madrid sit back.
He
obviously was playing.
Try to get his point across. Hold on. Try to give us something unique. He has something unique, right, which you guys are missing, right? He's not going to start as a wing back. He's not going to be a starting wing back. We all know that, right?
Right.
But if we need an attacking wing back, in the game situation change, he can play, which we don't have. So from being third on wing back, he becomes the first when we need attacking, and he can play in the front three. So he covers so many positions, right? Yeah. And he has these unique characteristics, right? And that's what he brings to the team, right? In a game situation, he can go from the first choice, right, from the third to first choice, right? And that brings us something that not many. You don't want the same players,
right?
You know, like
declare.
Go on.
Well, I was just going to say, all I was going to say was just that, I think that's like a really reasonable, Callum has a lot of potential in a lot of different areas, and he's he has high potential, high ceiling. But from some people, it sounds like we should be building the team around him. I'm not going to lie. And I don't say that about Pulisic because it's not true. We should not build the team around Pulisic. Maybe at the end of 2020.
People say we should be building a team around Cho though, because I'm not hearing.
I hear it being no. It's I don't think it's anybody on this panel, but when you're on Twitter, when you're in the comments, you're seeing a general theme.
The bottom line is the players we're building our team around, the two players, and one's Mason Mount and the other's Kai Havertz. and when Haaland comes in, that you feed that machine.
Agree.
And that's it. And that's it. Everyone else, they got to earn their right to play in the first team, but they're not the ones you build the team around. I'm sorry.
So I can get you clipped up. When Haaland comes in, who's the two people that were?
What do you mean get me clipped up?
It's 3.
I said to you, Mason Mount, and Kai Havertz, you're building the team round. When Haaland comes in, that's just the other one.
So we wouldn't be building the team around Haaland.
Why do we say we build?
No, it's not just Haaland, because Haaland's the final piece to our jigsaw. But the ones that make the game tick, that make things happen, are Mason Mount and Kai Havertz.
You know Mason Mount gonna tick anyway, though. Mason Mount, Kai Havertz.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is they're the ones that you want to get the best out of, because they're naturally going to feed a Haaland. Naturally.
John, you're waffling. You are such a waffler.
What am I waffling about?
Havertz are the most important players.
Take it easy, man. Yeah, be well.
Werner is the keeper. And listen,
Werner's getting benched, Klazrev, whether you like it or not, mate. When Haaland's coming in, he's getting benched.
Listen, let me say something about the wingback role.
Clear as day.
Stop it, Johnny. At the moment.
Listen, without Werner,
there's no way he starts over Havertz and Mount. Give me a break.
What did Havertz do in the first half? Nothing. Just a fucking goal.
Wait. I like Werner. Kai Havertz is a bowler. He's going to make this.
If that chance fell to Werner, he would have skied it, mate.
Hey, Johnny.
Facts, man. I'm sorry. Kai Havertz is lethal. He's clinical, man.
No, wait. Kai Havertz is not actually clinical.
One at a time, guys. One at a time.
He was pretty clinical there, if you ask me.
Yeah, there he was finally, but last week wasn't that clinical.
Everyone's talking. Klazrev, what do you mean by Kai Havertz did nothing in the first half? Because he
was so bad. His first half was so stupid.
Hello, I'm
Hey,
classic didn't pay that $7.99, mate. He didn't watch the game, mate. I'll tell you this much.
He
judged you from live scores.
One at a time, people. One at a time. Wait, guys. One at a time, guys. Klazrev, I want to hear from Klazrev. Klazrev, so what did Havertz not do in the first half?
Havertz didn't do nothing. He was just invisible for first 20 minutes. And when Werner made that run, he passed to the Havertz, and Havertz scored the goal, right? From his weak foot. That's it. Otherwise, RLC, Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech, and Werner, they were everywhere. They were the one who were the main guys. Havertz got it easy. You cannot build a team around Havertz, can you?
And they didn't hold the ball
I
up.
saw Havertz roaming around into space most of the time.
You didn't see him hold the ball up like Havertz when it's launched at him from defence, and he goes and chests it down and plays a lovely pass to Loftus to get an attack going. Werner didn't do that, and Ziyech definitely didn't fucking do it. So I don't know.
And he's opening up space with his movement, man. He's dragging defenders everywhere.
Ziyech won the ball back from the defender. Werner got it. Werner gave it back to Ziyech. Ziyech shoot the ball.
I'm sorry, Klaas, that's a terrible take, man.
But I'm saying to you, at the end of the day, Havertz put the ball in the net with finesse and class.
You know how desperate we are. If we have a player that has nothing but that,
he's an elegant
more than enough.
Let's get the
you can't build a team around someone who just
agenda. Yes, just scores goals.
You can build.
And that's what he doesn't do much.
Agenda against Havertz. Agenda.
To say
discussion. Let's move on.
Say that
I'm not having an agenda. He's a good player in the team, right? But he's not someone who's like, he's worth 72 million.
No, he's worth 100 million, 120 million easily.
To win that much is blowing you back, bro.
That is
your agenda, bro.
Classic. And smell the roses, man. We have an amazing player at our club. Kai Havertz is one of the best players.
Time is money. Go on, Lewis.
Listen, to be honest, I'm okay with like Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic. They are not good defenders, and they have issues with Werner, right? Obviously, Werner is playing in their position, so everybody is against Werner, right? The Hudson-Odoi fans and Pulisic fans are against Werner. Whatever, I don't care. But listen, about Havertz, he is a good player, but he's not a player like you guys go on about. Like, wow, what a game he had.
Seriously,
he's the best player in our team, or sorry, Mountis. Excuse me. He's the second best player in our team.
I think Kai Havertz would have a hell of a season. He'd be like one of our best players.
Werner's not winning Ballon d'Or. Havertz will. That's the level.
Havertz is next level, man.
Why have we mentioned Werner in the Ballon d'Or? No one has mentioned Werner in the Ballon d'Or.
Clear, man. Havertz and Mount are clear, brother. Our whole attack.
Yeah.
Listen, Johnny, you were saying Jorginho will never be a Ballon d'Or. Mason Mount will be a Ballon d'Or. But Jorginho is not going to be a Ballon d'Or. So Werner might be.
Right, one at a time, guys.
Can we get this right? Michy Batshuayi had a fantastic game, guys. End of.
I'm not going to lie. It's a fact. It's a fact. He did.
He had a good game.
He was all right.
I'm not going to lie. I would like.
He should have crossed at the end.
Oh my days.
Yeah, Michy was really good that second half. He was doing up players for fun. I didn't even think that was the real Michy. I still don't know whether to take that Michy as gospel though, because like we've seen.
No, you should not. You should not take it as gospel.
Exactly.
Lewis, admit it on stream right now. It's Michy over Danny Drinkwater, bro. At least let's agree on that.
This is the debate of the century.
Michy against Drinkwater, that's like shit against garbage, man. Fuck them. They're both pieces of shit.
What the hell, Holly? Calm down.
Hey, Drinkwater over 2 legs.
Why are we comparing a midfielder to a striker?
I'll tell you why. Because this guy decided to create a hype for Danny fucking Drinkwater to stay at the club as a backup, bro. Instead of Michy, I can't believe it, bro. It's being done dirty, bro. He's done way more for us.
Drinkwater's good, mate.
No, stop this shit, bro. Stop this agenda.
What, man?
Sixth string agendas.
What?
I think that just means deadline day hive. It's deadline day hive, man.
It must be.
Oh yeah.
We're this board, bro.
That's the time where we can sell Tammy for maximum profit.
I can't do it, man. I can't.
Deadline day hive, you know.
Nah, Michy deserves more respect, man. Barkley needs to get out of my club, bro.
Barkley came onto the pitch and I wanted him gone in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, no. You know, the Martinez news. The Martinez news to Arsenal makes me worry we're not going to sell Tammy because it looks like West Ham can't afford him. Like, where are we going to sell him to, man?
Martinez?
Yeah, because from Inter, looks like Arsenal are going to pick him up. So if they get him, they're not going to want Tammy.
Oh, he's not going. He's not going to Arsenal.
Hey, goodbye.
You don't think so?
He wants Champions League football.
Yeah, see you later, Holly. See you later, guys.
Do well, man.
Yeah, catch you later.
What? There's no real truth to the Martinez to Arsenal rumors.
Even if it was true, man, he's 2 packs of ass. I don't give a shit about Lautaro.
Hey, by the way,
I've been saying it. That's why he gets linked with Arsenal. That's why.
Lewis,
that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Test, right, for
Werner wasn't shit, bro.
Yeah, we do.
Smoking.
We got to do lateral floor test, right, for the Wednesday game.
Yeah, we got to. I'm gonna get mine done.
Hey, Mo, did you see my boy Timo, man? He's a franchise player. I'm telling you, man. Timo, man, with the assist.
Yeah,
always like a
team, Mike Klein,
always threatening, man.
Listen,
he should have played it earlier, but
he's an output machine, man.
Nah,
listen, Pulisic and Cullen, man. They play at wingback for a reason, man. Fucking bums.
Kai had to dig the ball out, though.
I can't lie, though. That Ziyech Schmiss, bro, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, man, that was bad.
I was so upset, man.
Chill out. He done
such a brilliant job, but he just got too damn cocky, man, towards the end. Why, man?
He had to beat the guy once or twice, and that was it. He kept doing it. And then he gave the other team enough time to come back.
He had them beat already. He was just he was ready to play, you know, just doing some antics and all that shit. So, yeah, who cares? It's preseason, man.
Yeah, it was fun though.
Well, if he does it in the Premier League, then.
Horek, to answer your question, who cares? Arsenal fans, because they're saying VAR would have said that's a goal and all of that shit, bro.
Bro, these are Mo.
He was offsides to begin with.
Hey, Mo, you know what I think about Arsenal fans. Don't let me even go there, man. Luis needs to earn his money, man. I don't.
Bro,
he needs to get that good monetization.
Bro, when it comes to Arsenal slander, you've got all the time in the world. Go for it. What do you need to say?
But YouTube don't. YouTube don't like.
I'm fine with it, man. The floor is yours, Alec. Let's talk about Arsenal.
Halleck, did you see how hard they celebrated when they scored, man?
See how pissed off that they got over the goal that did or did not cross the line.
It was offside, bro. Offside. Who cares? So
how are you crying that much over a friendly game?
These are unreasonable people, bro. You can't expect normal things from these kind of people, man. They're creatures, man. That can't be described in a normal term. So listen, who cares? We are Chelsea. We are the biggest club in London, the best, biggest, everything that's good about us.
Arsenal's Olympic diving.
Can we talk about Arsenal's Olympic diving? They were horrendous today.
Lovely.
And they're trying to blame us. Like we were the ones taking them down. Go back to the FA Cup final when all you did was just do the exact same thing. The only difference is we had a more competent referee in this match and not fucking Anthony Taylor.
Wait. Fata, let me finish.
Yeah, the difference between this one and the fucking FA Cup final is that we didn't have Anthony Taylor giving them every single foul in their way. This is the difference when you have competent referees. They don't allow this fucking bullshit to go on. But go on, Fata, what are you saying?
I was gonna say it's the 1 year anniversary that we got fucked last year, so yeah, at least we got some payback.
Yeah, 1 year. I thought it was 2 years. Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Well, in that 1 year's time, we've gone and won the Champions League, and they've been next again. So
who cares, man? Who cares about the fucking FA Cup, man?
Yes, Jam. Can we talk about how brilliant Christensen was today, yo?
Huh? Did he play?
Did he play?
No,
he didn't even play.
No.
Fuck me. What's going on in my head?
Howler.
Exactly. You summed it up by what you just said there. He didn't even play, like he won't be next season. So
yeah, but Zuma,
look what you've done. You've set this one up as well, man.
Hey, but we saw Zuma let Aubameyang go through again in the first minutes of the game, man. Like, this is the problem with Kurt, man.
Rudiger
doesn't check his surroundings, but hey, I hope he has a happy time then West Ham, you know, and it's going to be tough for him, bro.
No. Guys, Fata did watch the game. It's just he didn't realize who was playing. That's all.
I know.
He saw the number 4.
He was testing us.
When there was Malanga.
Hey, that neck pillow must be that good, man.
I just saw the result, fam. I was out.
He took the minerals.
Wait, so Fata, you haven't even watched the game?
A little bit. I only watched the.
How much?
I was out, man. I was having a
Yeah, he's a plastic fan, guys. I'm sorry. My bad.
Shut up, man. I'll see you Wednesday anyway.
Little siesta.
CBA, man. Oh my gosh. Right, but yeah, the number 4 with Malangsa.
It's only goddamn friendly. How bad could it be anyway?
It wasn't even that bad.
Pretty good.
The finishing was completely
it's
horrendous.
It's only for the Mine Series charity, okay? Mine Series.
Yeah, it's not really anything, but the finishing was still shit anyway. Like Tammy Abraham, like we've already spoken about it.
It's always shit. These people, but these Chelsea fans will say, "We don't create chances. We don't create chances." Shut up, man. Like, the numbers are there for you to see, and the eye test as well. But like, we don't have a player that can strike a ball properly on a consistent basis. So, yeah, he's inconsistent as well with it. So, let's see if he does it at the start of a season like that. I like the finish though. Very good.
I'm backing for it, man. I hope he keeps it up.
Yeah, so do I, man. But so some of the other strikers that we have, like, we need to ask serious questions about them. Tammy is what it is. Mishi looked all right in the game that he had, but I'm still not really taking that as gospel.
He takes some weird shots, man.
Tammy Abraham scored 3 goals in Emirates, so that's his training ground.
Fata, bro, you didn't watch the game. You didn't see Tammy's full performance, man.
Bro.
It was like he got the goal and everything. He could have had a hat trick.
Oh, really?
To be honest, guys,
he could have had a hat trick.
See, this is why I'm paying £8 for a match. No, thank you.
I think Tammy had to. I mean, the performance was Tammy, man. But whatever. The thing where he was alone through and goal and Michi was running, man. Michi's movement is terrible, man. I swear, it's very bad, man. He literally jogged. He jogged, like. And Tammy, when he took that shot, man, I knew that it wasn't going in because he has no power in his shots.
By the way,
man.
what time is
don't
the
know.
parade on Wednesday, though? What time is the parade they plan?
Ah, God knows. Somewhere between 6, 7, and 8. I don't know.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think they have they announced the time. I don't think they did.
They haven't announced the time, did they? Oh, I'm looking forward to that
game, though. That's all I know.
Yeah.
So Tottenham is our last preseason game, and then it's Villarreal.
Yeah.
When's the Spurs game?
Tomorrow is the Super Cup tickets going on sale. So fingers crossed tomorrow.
This is why preseason is useless. Come on, like listen, it won't happen if Haaland flops.
Do you know what?
Haaland flops, big if he flops, are we going to say, yeah, mate, he didn't have a preseason, mate. He didn't have them 3 games like this. Like those 3 games would have changed anything. Preseason,
he's playing.
Doesn't mean
he had one at Dortmund already.
He's not gonna flop.
Nah, he won't. I know, but for example, people always use the preseason as an excuse for new players. He didn't have a preseason, mate. Like,
but
he's had one at Dortmund.
Yeah, he's probably going to play a second one depending how long, whatever happens, if we are signing him. At the end of the day, you watch the game. Yeah, it's not hard to stand out now. Anyone with a little bit of conversion rate is going to stand out in our team.
If our conversion rate even went up by like 5%, we'd be doing so much better.
A little conversion rate, do a little bit of pressing, man. Hold up the ball for 3 seconds, and you're good to go.
Yeah, that game was so all over the place. Like, forget, we were making so many good chances in that second half, but we just absolutely fluffed.
Hey, but people are saying Kovacic and Room were good, but our ball retention in the midfield was awful, man.
You know what?
I thought Ruben was good.
Yeah, but ball retention, man. Ball retention is crucial. And
actually, tell a lie. Like Ruben's final ball can get better. That can get better. But his progression was good.
Yeah, look better than Barkley, man.
This game, though.
Yeah, Barkley was suspect as always.
Barkley was beyond suspect. He was convicted. He's terrible.
Bro, he's 27 and he says the decision making of 40.
Do not start Barkley chants. I'm dead ass serious, man.
He doesn't even know.
He's horrendous.
Bro. It's just madness, bro. It's like, wow, why are you on the pitch?
He's a deceiver. That's why. What he does is, right, he comes into pre-season and he deceives all the managers that come to our club. Makes himself look good. Makes himself look good in pre-season. So, he's actually quite a good player. We'll give him a chance.
Yeah, but Jem, bro, it is pre-season. I'm still not seeing him play well.
Yeah, I know. I agree. This is what I'm saying. I think he's done this time.
Finally
prior to this, he had some good pre-seasons, hence why he stayed at the football club. You know, so he's a deceiver. I call him a deceiver.
Now it's over. That was poor.
He's a fucking villain. Go to Newcastle, Bucky, and party up and.
How much can we get for him? 30 mil at least, isn't it? Fuck him off.
Nah, for him. Nah.
Yo, guys, I'm out. Take care of yourselves, yeah?
Hey, take care.
See you Wednesday, Mo.
The only one that deserves to stay in that team potentially is Loftus-Cheek. That's it. That's what I can think of.
I can't lie. Chalobah looked decent.
He did.
I don't see him getting in front of Sterling.
Wait, Fata, you're interrupting the stream, bro.
It's time.
You think Sterling's gonna stay?
Say that again?
I said, does Jem think Dijon Sterling's gonna stay?
I think he's probably not going to stay. I don't think I don't think Tuchel sees what we see in Sterling. I think he wants more of a player.
Going back to the wing-back debate earlier, don't you guys think this is why Tuchel wanted Hakimi in the first place? Like, imagine if we had Hakimi,
I think he's better.
You can actually attack, so we wouldn't have to worry about.
I feel like
Aspi and James are wing-back. I don't like it because
how often
do you see Aspi and James take on their man going forward? Not a lot. They'll put a ball in. Wait, let me finish. They put a ball in the box, but you don't see them take on a man, go past someone, link up play. You just see them put a cross in, and then
isn't that what we talk about?
I think you say James do that.
Not a lot. He doesn't do it a lot though. Like, he doesn't take on a man. And with
Odoi,
the problem with Odoi is Just defensively. If we had Hakimi, we have a player who's great going forward and great defensively. I think we missed out on a great opportunity to get Hakimi. He would have suited us defensively.
We did, but like Hakimi was on us anyway, and we could say, could Hakimi have improved this game? Like, obviously, he could have. He's the best right wing back in the world, isn't it? Defensively and offensively, he's good with both feet. Like, he would have been amazing for us in this sort of game.
Lewis, I don't like how our fans think wingbacks don't have attacking responsibility. Like, they're supposed to score goals and assist goals, but if they don't do that, they're not good wingbacks.
Take on a man, go forward.
Yeah, they need to do
that,
man.
Meant to be everywhere. That's why wingbacks need to have such good energy, and they need to have amazing stamina.
On the pitch like it's nothing. It's mad.
They need to be there defensively and there offensively as well. They need to offer width, and they also need to be good on the ball.
Exactly.
It's the hardest job, in my opinion, playing as the wingback.
Really?
But the way we get space on,
you're there to provide support on both sides. You need to be there defensively.
It's the most exhausting. It's the
you
most
always
exhausting.
need to be there to cover ground.
Quick question: if Cho is staying, are we gonna go 4 at the back or 3 at the back?
If Cho stays,
bro, we're not.
I think we're doing 3 regardless.
It won't matter whether Cho stays or goes, but Cho ain't leaving.
Yeah, I think Chelsea fans need to accept, which isn't hard to accept in my opinion, because Pui at the back has won us our 2 biggest trophies in the last 5 years, so I don't see the debate that Pui at the back is here to stay. You know, if the wingbacks improve, people wouldn't even complain about the attacking outputs. It's not like we haven't created chances, the most in the league. So what's there to complain about? I don't know.
Yeah, but people think wingbacks are meant to be like wingers and defensive. Like the main thing is to they have to stretch out the play, so they have to stay wide. And then whether you play Cho or whether you play a defensive player, then that pairs with the pivot roles in the 3 in the back who can cover, and it's all tweaking, right? So we can play an attacking player there, but then someone else has to back him as well. They're not meant to be this all-round package of an attacking winger and a defensive of a fullback. And Hakimi wasn't even on that level. But
the way we play, the way our wingbacks play, we have Chilwell bombing forward. Typically, we're attacking down the left a little bit more aggressively, and it usually ends up being that Reece James is like stifling the winger, or he's still getting forward, but he's not the one that we're looking to for the attacking outlet. Although he does provide crosses.
There was a reason we went for Hakimi in the first place.
They're not both meant to bomb forward. One's meant to go, and
exactly,
one's meant to stay, and stuff like that. But yeah, so it depends on what type of game. That's why we talked about Cho bring something different, right? You got Reece James and Asper bring something different, and it's a very versatile role. You can change it up because
with different players, different profiles.
Yeah, like everyone said we wouldn't do it, but like Tuchel did that with Neymar in the Champions League semi-final with PSG. You threw Neymar as a wing-back role, right? So it's a position where you can surprise some teams with different type of players.
And the way Tuchel works, he's not thinking about numbers on a screen like we would in FIFA. He's setting up a team with people in the right positions to dominate the match, and in areas of the pitch with very specific jobs. And it's a 5-and-5 system, right? Like 5 defending, 5 attacking. And who those players are change depending on the profile of opposition. Like we did against Crystal Palace, I think is the perfect example from last season, because we played Pulisic with Havertz up top, and we played Joe at wingback. Yeah, and Mason Mount, and we a very attacking team and very technical team, and we tore them apart for the first 20 minutes. They had no idea what was going on. They were cemented back into their box, and the game was over well before halftime, and then we just coasted through the rest of the game. We just glided it out. And that's what we need to be doing in games more, is killing it off early so we can save our energy and we're not getting into boxing matches where it's going into final rounds,
Yeah, exactly that. But that's why we're saying, like, we're not going to have a set formation and a set starting 11 like we used to in previous seasons.
Man. Reece James needs to step up, man.
But that's why we need to relax this thing about just saying, oh, this guy has to be starting next season, or this guy has to be starting next season. There will be rotations throughout the squad. We're playing more games than we did last season. There will be players that are suited to certain games. There will be players that are suited to other games. Just relax. We don't have to worry about players getting game time or not getting game time. If they improve or if they produce quality in the games that they play in, they'll be relied on in more games too. I feel like a lot of players will be on a clean slate going into this game, into the start of next season. So it will be depending on their performances.
Enjoy the day, guys. I gotta shoot. See you guys.
Bless, bro. Bless.
Big up, Fatu.
But yeah, like,
I don't know about you guys, bro. Werner, he still needs to fix up his decision making, bro. His football IQ's just in the gutter, man. There's so many times where, you know, the
he did all right.
He nearly messed it up. He should have passed it earlier. Like, I thought the defender was going to get to it, but luckily Havertz kind of like pushed it a bit forward, and then he got the shot off. But if it was literally half a second late,
top assister last season, man. He's obviously making the right decision somehow. If he's making these, you know, if he's, don't get me wrong, he should have made that pass well soon. I agree, but he still somehow manages to pull it off, doesn't he? And we go with that.
Hey, Jem, I tell you, he's a superstar, man.
It is what it is, isn't it? Like,
it is what it is. The Germans are here to stay. Better accept it.
This is what Ziyech should be doing, not Werner. It's the other way round at the moment, you know? That's what I keep saying to people. Ziyech is the one that should be creating. You know, when's the last time Ziyech created a goal for us?
To be fair, against Bournemouth, he created goals for us, but Tammy wasn't about that life.
Should have scored from the
but assists are up to the goal scorer, you know.
Oh yeah, of course.
So,
his pressing was really good
in terms of his reliance on who's on the end of it, but that doesn't take away from the player, innit?
He won the ball for us.
Great creator. We already know this. It goes without saying, but we know what our attack's like. We can't really finish our chances. So the creators are always made to look worse as a result.
As long as he creates, man, I'm happy. You know, as long as he ticks, I don't know.
The club has confidence. The club has confidence in him for a second season, so I can back him again.
To me, Pulisic is the... I'm sorry, bro, but... to me, he's the loser of this preseason. To me personally,
he got played at wing back, bro.
Bro, I don't care. He was shit against Bournemouth.
That was an experiment. Don't look into that too much.
Bro, he's been crept for a very long time. But the thing is, he's
I'm saying it right now. Pulisic is our best attacker, man.
Lewis, I've got a cut. Yeah, I'll talk to you in a bit, bro.
Yeah,
no,
he's not our best attacker.
Perform Pulisic reached
purple patch, just like William.
Well, he's not being played correctly, man.
So, of course,
before lockdown, he was performing against Ajax, against Burnley, against Crystal Palace.
In a different
games
system,
in the Champions League.
Before lockdown, Crystal Palace was after lockdown, bro.
Before lockdown, Lewis, do you not remember the Champions League games? Pulisic in the group stage, how well he was performing. Like, I don't get this purple patch thing.
Yeah, Pulisic.
Because he hasn't done it again, though.
Ajax, still he was good. Both legs of Ajax when he came on, he made the assist. He won the.
I thought you were talking about this season. No, I remember the Rennes game he came back, but it was just after his injury, and he holding on the ball for way too long.
Hey, Lewis, isn't the young player supposed to kick on? Why are we mentioning past events in the last season? It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
you said purple patch Pulisic, and I said
it was a purple patch because that was the only period of his career where he had consistent output. The only period of his career. I'm not talking 2 years. I'm talking his whole career. He hasn't been a goal scorer his whole career, and he's neither an elite creator. He's neither.
No, he scores goals, but and he's a ball progressor.
So he only underperformed by 1 goal. So what can you do?
I think what we should look at though, what we should look at is like how he's being played, because I agree. I don't think he should start for Chelsea, right? Like, but when he comes off the bench, he's our most impactful substitute, like attacking substitute, and he always has been. Remember that game against Liverpool when he came off the bench? Think about Real Madrid.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think we just need to utilize him better and stop trying to expect things out of him or try to pull things out of him that are not what he's built for, which is like being an inverted striker and like a front three on Tuchel's system. It's just not it's not his strong suit, so he shouldn't start, I don't think. But he's great off the bench.
Bro, I'm here to talk shit about Pulisic.
Okay, so, well, I mean, at least you can come out with the agenda out front, I guess.
Yeah,
but I mean, that's cool.
It's because Jester's gone. He's like, all right, cool. Now I can say this, and no one's gonna chat shit. What are you saying anyway, Klazaref? You good?
I'm craving to talk shit about Pulisic.
Bro, you're man.
Dude sounds excited, bro.
I thought Pulisic was better than Ziyech, but in this preseason, Pulisic is actually he's a loser.
Okay, so he's not as good as Ziyech in this preseason. What does that prove?
The thing is, like, I don't understand it. I don't understand his game. I think he's too chaotic. Like, there's too much going on with his head when he has the ball.
Someone's breathing in the mic, by the way.
Yeah, someone's breathing in that
probably
mic.
the green guy.
Oh, is it? Okay.
He's too he doesn't understand the game properly. I think he's not good enough. Like when he has the ball, he's not understanding what he is supposed to do. He's overdoing it.
So what is he supposed to
do?
So explain for us what he doesn't understand about the game that he's not seeing.
I think when he has the ball, he's thinking what is a right thing to do, but rather than doing the right thing, he complicates it.
So when instead of doing the right thing, he does the wrong thing. Okay.
Exactly. He complicates it, and
I'm here for that.
After doing the wrong thing, after doing the wrong thing, he does put the ball into the box, but he put the ball where there's nobody. There's nobody there. So do you get me? Listen, I don't.
But you want a complicated player, don't you? You don't want a simple player. Simple players easy to read.
Yeah, like I would love to understand him.
Chris Wood.
I can't understand him. How can he understand himself?
Ooh, that's a good question. If you can't understand him, how can he understand himself?
And for a dribbler,
he only exists in your consciousness. I mean, does the world keep running when you're not looking at it? I don't think so.
His ball retention for a supposed elite dribbler is very bad, bro. Ball retention is shit.
I understand what you're saying about decision making sometimes isn't the best, but I feel like that's been a similar feature for Pulisic the whole of last season as well. But I think that was more him coming out of his injury, because he always seemed to hold on to the ball for too much, and then attacks would fizzle out as a result of it. Sometimes there'd be the wrong decision made on the end of it, but that's because he's held on to it for too long. But I feel like because it's meant to be his first full pre-season with Chelsea, there might be the potential that we see something when we actually end up playing more serious matches. Because the one thing I've noticed with Pulisic is he likes to turn up more when it's a big game. So if it's a game that means a lot more than these needless pre-season matches, there's more of a chance you'll see something out of it.
Hey, Lewis, that's perfect. You're spot on, bro. He can show that on the bench against Villarreal, man. Coming on in the 60th minute. Thank you, Lewis, bro. Thank you for proving my point, bro. And thank you, man.
He came out of his best patch of form came in a wide winger role, right? And he gets injured, and then he comes back into like a completely new system. And he's being, you say he's hesitating and he's thinking, right? When you Classif, when you were talking about, he's not naturally flowing through the movements, and he's clear he's clashing with the system in some ways. Yeah, and I agree with that, and I see it.
But look, let me add this, because I was hoping, when everyone wasn't scoring, I expected Pulisic and Ziyech, because these guys were goal scorers. When you got post-COVID Pulisic and Ziyech from Ajax, these were goal scorers, and they've toned it down too. Like Cho, you can understand, Tammy and all that. Yeah, they weren't there, but these guys were proven goal scorers before that. So where'd they go?
Total system changes for both of them. Look at how they played at Ajax. Ziyech was basically like a deep lying playmaker on the wing.
I get it if they're not in positions, but just conversion alone. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Coming to a different system, when chance falls for you, Ziyech was close and he scored some goals, but it's not quite there. Maybe he was closer, but Pulisic was a different player when it came to just conversion. I can understand not playing the system properly, but I was relying on those two.
Right,
and but the whole problem. Yeah.
The ways you score the goals changes, right? Because when you're scoring, both of them like to cut in on their dominant foot, beat a defender, break the line, and score a goal, or combine with a center forward to then beat a man and arrive outside and score. That's how Pulisic scored most of his goals. And that's how if you watch him at Ajax, that's how Ziyech scored. Ziyech scored.
Yeah.
So whenever they get their goal scoring opportunities now, they're usually in traditional striker positions. They're much more central. They're having to make snap decisions and read play at a much quicker pace, and they don't have the time with the ball at their feet. Look at how Ziyech tried to toy with the defenders, and they're much more comfortable having the ball at their feet, beating a man, and then scoring. They're not instinctive finishers, and so we're seeing that because they're being put in positions where they're asked to be instinctive finishers, and it's not something that comes naturally to them because they're actually people who score by doing different things and different motions. And when you ask to switch that up, it just breaks your mind.
What would be their position then? Pulisic especially.
Yeah, so like in a 4 or in a so basically how we played them under Lampard, where our wingers get in isolation with the opposition fullback. They beat one defender, they force the opposition defense to start sliding over to plug the hole, which then opens up a player in the middle. You either combine or you beat another, and then you're breaking lines in that way. Whereas Thomas Tuchel likes to have the whole team break the opposition down using ball movement and off the ball movement. And so, it's a very different system, and he's asked to be combining and to understand the rhythm and the positioning much more than being an instinctive ball, player beater.
The thing is, he's not suitable for Tuchel's system. Then I
don't think he is actually.
I think he would be better off.
So that's why Tuchel said he sees him as more of a super sub.
A super sub, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Lewis, remember people thought to themselves the Pulisic stance that Tuchel would favor him, man, because he played with him already at Dortmund, man. I knew that wasn't the case, man, because he used him like a super sub at Dortmund and played him at right wing back as well there.
That's what he said as well. That's how he utilized him, and that's the way he sees him at Chelsea too. Same manager, same tactics.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
C1 says Lewis does Cho start the final. Doubt it unless we need to make rotational changes anyway. A lot of people talking about Kepa's performance in the comments section, but did Kepa have a bad performance today? I don't see anything wrong with him.
What did he do, man? I don't know what the hell. Yeah. I don't know, man. Who cares? I don't want to talk about this guy.
There was a good late save from Aubameyang. Other than that, just had a quiet performance.
Yeah, he's number two. I call him number 2. I don't want to spell his name out, man. I'm disgusted. I get anxiety when I watch him play. So listen, number 2, he was decent, man. For his standards, he was decent, and
he's just got a number.
Number 2 does what number 2 does, and number 2 sits on his ass, hopefully, for the rest of the season, man.
Second gloves.
I hope if we make the FA Cup final again or the Carabao Cup final, man, I hope Tuchel doesn't make the same mistake or does take it seriously this time and starts Mendy. That's all I want, man.
Not play number 3.
Kepa is too small to be a goalkeeper. And listen,
not necessarily Iker Casillas. For example.
He's not small. Klaus Fischer, shit.
Yeah,
it's not even that. It's just that he can't jump.
Keylor Navas isn't big. Casillas wasn't big. It doesn't matter that much.
He's a little brother, dude.
It matters, but not that much.
They can jump though. He can't. Kepa's poor when it comes to his jumping, and that's why he can't reach long shot. Positioning as well. I think it's more the leap too. I feel that comes in as a factor because he consistently can't jump up to reach those top corners or far corners. Like if you get a shot to his far post, he struggles to even reach that.
Yeah.
He doesn't even try, though. That's the problem.
He tries, but that's it. He tries.
Yeah.
Mike's asking, why is Tammy so underappreciated, bro? This can't be a serious question.
Hey, bro.
He's not underappreciated. His all-round play is just poor. That's it.
Yeah. He scored the goal today, and listen, if we were playing a proper match, Tammy scored the goal, and we still would have lost because that goal went in. So it just tells you Tammy doesn't bring anything to the team, does he?
Bro, does Johnny
not really?
60 million?
Johnny, are you there?
Johnny, you about?
No one's paying 60 million.
You're getting called out, Machi. Oh,
Johnny, Tammy does
where do you think he's actually gonna go? Because, like Justice said, I don't think West Ham's gonna pay the money. I don't think
Wait till the end of the window, and I think more clubs come in for him. That's why I'm saying it's the perfect time for you to get to try and get 40 million out of it.
Me out?
Klazrev's calling you out, bro.
Yeah,
Johnny, I was saying, should we sell Tammy to Scotland, like Celtic or Rangers or something like that, like Samaras?
Well, I think. Well, Tammy won't go there. I don't think. To be honest with you, he won't go to that league. He won't go to that league.
Johnny, do you still think he's worth 60 million?
Of course I do. If Ben White's 55, why is Tammy 40, 30 million?
Yeah, but everyone knows Ben White is overpriced.
Yeah, well, it goes like this: the player is priced and is bought for what the club believes they're worth.
Arsenal are desperate. They're desperate for a centre.
Well, if they're that desperate, then
because you can't use
they've got no money
sale to justify another overpriced one. That's my point.
They got no money, and they've gone and spent that. So it's not a case of
Arsenal have money. That's waffle, man. Arsenal.
They want. No, their owner doesn't spend money, but they're a dead club.
Yes, they do, bro.
Well, yeah, but they're a dead club, man.
They're dead club, Johnny. I know. They have money, man.
Say he's worth 60 million.
Artem, my guy.
It's not even about you can't take any of these performances seriously because they're pre-season. It's just about fitness.
Yeah, but Celtic and Rangers are in Champions
League. It's fitness, but it's also to decide what players could end up being depth players.
You got to respect that Tammy doesn't want to get an injury, otherwise he won't be able to have a medical and actually make a move. So he has to be very careful.
Super shit.
That's why we didn't play Alonso and Zuma and all these players because they're in. Did he play? Yeah, he did actually. Sorry. So Alonso.
You're a cut off, man.
But I think Zuma doesn't want to go to Sevilla, does he? So
no, he wants to stay in London.
He wants to stay in London. So I think Alonso is the one that's got to help us get Koundé.
I hope Alonso and Emerson, man. Fuck them both, man.
No, Emerson wants to go Serie A, doesn't he?
Man, left side.
Apparently Leon are interested in Emerson.
Who?
Leon from France.
Yeah, but is he interested to go?
Yeah, he probably wants to go Italy.
He wants to go Italy. So,
but Italy clubs, they're not going to pay the money, so we're stuck in the same position, aren't we?
Listen, Marina will get the job done. Like, don't underestimate that woman. Do not underestimate her.
Damn right. Big up Artem saying, normally when I listen to a stream, I'm doing other stuff. When Klazrev comes on, I stop whatever I'm doing and really tune in because there's no way I can miss out on these golden takes. Bro, no one explains football the way Klazrev explains.
Yeah, Klazrev.
I'm always here.
You're amazing. You're an amazing asset to the stream.
Bro, you should be making
wherever you are.
Make your own channel. I would sit down and listen to your content.
Yeah, Klazrev, your takes are beautiful.
I'm not like surprised like Lewis or Monster. I can't do it. I can't listen. I'll be shutting everybody off if I'm making my channel, so it's better not to make my channel.
No, it's just you.
Like minerals.
Nah, bro, you guys are big guys. I'm just a small guy. I don't have a time. I don't have that much time. I can only do half an hour.
Oh yeah, no, I hear that. Life's gonna life and everything. But yeah, Johnny, still 60 million for Tammy Abraham, even at this time. I feel at the most we get 45 for him.
Listen,
if you're lucky.
Look. I've said it and I said it again. The Tammy, at his age, he's still a potential player. He's not a finished article player. He's not 25. He's not 26. He's 23 years old. He's still very young. He's scored goals. I think he's a great poacher. I think he's still got potential to develop the rest of his game. So, as you see with signings that a lot of clubs make, you pay a bit over the odds because you're buying potential. Yeah?
Johnny, who's going to pay that money? That's what I want to know. Who's going to pay 60 million?
It's whoever needs a striker. And right now,
give me a club.
Lacazette's stats, Tammy's beating Lacazette. All right? He's going to beat. I think he's beaten Antonio as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Bro, forget the stats. I just want to know what club.
Well, I'm talking about goals. I'm talking about goals.
No. I'm talking about what club will come and say, "Here's the money and give us Tammy."
There's clubs interested. I've been told there's about 7 clubs.
Who? Tell me who.
The only ones I can list really are there's definitely a couple German clubs.
No. German people don't know
German clubs have 60 million to
spend
on Tammy Abraham?
But what they'll do, what
they don't know about
do
Tammy
is
Abraham.
they'll do an installments thing. They'll do an installments.
Brother, ain't no one paying 60 million for Tammy in Germany, bro.
Well, then he can stay. Then he can stay.
Bro, Bayern Munich are in 100 million losses, so imagine the other clubs.
Bayern couldn't afford fucking Zappa Costa, let alone Tammy Abraham, man. And that's
fine. That's fine.
So
that's
unrealistic.
If you look at the deal that they're doing for Tammy, they're giving him on like a loan basis.
You guys can say Arsenal, yeah, but in my opinion, I think Arsenal are going after Maddison, and he's going to cost at least 60 million. So
no. What you're not hearing is
120 million.
You're not hearing that Tammy is going to be offered to the club where there's an obligation for them to buy after a year. All right, so they're going to work out a price of what they pay up front for the first year, and then what the rest of the payment will be in the year after. That's how clubs will be able to afford a player like Tammy.
Yeah,
so
I get what you're saying.
It doesn't really matter where he goes. It's not about where he goes. It's about who wants to pay the money and who's prepared to invest in Tammy.
Fucking no one.
Why?
You know when they structure those.
The exact same thing.
When those loan deals. When those loan deals are structured, the buy price is usually lower. The only way that Tammy reaches 60 mil, is we loan him out, which I feel is strongly what's going to happen, and depending how he performs at that club, we'll give him that valuation number, right? Whether he's 60, 50, whatever you want to give him.
No, they need to do it now because he's only got 2 years left. So next year he's only going to have 1 year contract. So therefore,
1 year loan.
Have to sell him even cheaper.
Yeah, he might have to sign a contract. He might have to sign an extension with a loan. Whatever the case is.
I don't think he'll do that.
Yeah, because you're not getting 60 for 2 year loan and not only performance. Because we need to sell, right? That's the difference from Ben White. And he's got 2 years left, and he hasn't been consistently scoring. So it takes if he was at his peak, right? Maybe when we had him at Lampard, maybe 50, 60. But you have to put those factors in. But if you give him a loan deal and he actually plays the season and does really well, like a Villa, West Ham, Everton, I don't know, whoever you want to think, whichever clubs, mid-table club, then you can say 60 mil. But you got to throw in those factors, and he's going to be like 40 mil.
I'm going to be
30 mil
honest.
even.
His maximum worth is 20 to 25 million, and I'm not lying.
You're talking shit.
I'm not talking shit. Trust me.
You're talking rubbish, I'm sorry, mate. I can hear you laughing, mate.
He's not 40, 30.
Yeah. I can hear your tone, man. You're laughing to yourself.
He said that with a smile. Like, I can't see his face, but I can see that smile.
Yeah, close it, man. Chill out, man.
Bayern Munich spends 40 million maximum on big players. They only spend 80 million on 1 or 2 players in their lifetime.
Tammy gets into Real Madrid's side. They need a striker like
what Tammy. The fuck are you smoking?
Now you're laughing while you said that, Johnny. Don't even try. I can hear you.
I think Johnny Real Madrid.
Switch your camera on and tell me you're not smiling.
Real Castilla, maybe not the Real Madrid, man.
Listen, we give
Real
him a good
Madrid.
deal. We give him a good deal. Benzema's borderline pensioner, yeah. They need someone like Tammy.
Hey Johnny, please, stop, please.
60 million and he's theirs.
You've been sniffing too many minerals, my guy. What are you doing, bro?
Listen,
Tammy.
I'm telling you,
Real Madrid.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro.
It's his dream, bro. Louis,
they ain't fell off that bad.
Why not? Can you not see him playing for Real, man? Balling,
bro. What? Real? What? The B team, the Segunda B team.
Yeah, come on, bro.
I know you ain't talking about the first team.
He wouldn't even start for us. Sociedad, let alone Real Madrid,
he
man.
benched Benzema.
Madrid.
Bench Benzema.
Oh, I hope nobody's clipped that because that's horrendous, man. That is horrendous.
Do you know what? Yeah, that's for all you lot that I heard. What was it about 3 days ago? Saying that Tammy's anorexic and he needs to eat cornbread and all this stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. The Tammy slander this week has been horrendous.
But he needs to eat cornbread.
I'm not having it. You back your player. He's a Chelsea
Johnny,
boy
Johnny,
right
don't you think he needs to eat cornbread?
I don't give a shit what he eats. or what he does.
I give a shit because he's
what
weak.
I care about is what he does on the pitch, and for Chelsea, he's done all right, mate. He's
done all right. He's done all right, but
right. So he doesn't deserve the slander that he's getting, is what I'm saying.
He's done all right. That's why.
And he's our player still. He's still our player. If he goes to Arsenal, he goes to West Ham, slander him all you want. But right now, he's at Chelsea. He doesn't deserve slander. Let's have it right. So if I say Tammy deserves to play for Real Madrid, or he deserves to play for Inter Milan, or he deserves to play for Arsenal, or he deserves to play for Chelsea, because I'm backing him. I think he's got potential. He's got minerals to play.
There's backing and there's delusion, bro.
Why is that delusion, bro?
What, saying that Tammy Abraham starts over Karim Benzema?
He could potentially. Benzema's not getting any younger, is he?
Bro, have you seen how Benzema plays?
Yeah, I know how good he is. Of course I know how good he is. But Tammy's young, he's hungry, he's 23. Benzema's 34.
I hope he's hungry because he needs that convert, man.
Aye, Eddie Nketiah is also young and hungry and everything like that. We're not saying put him at Real Madrid, are we?
Nketiah, I don't know who that is. I don't even know who
he needs
that is.
A convert.
Yeah, he plays for Arsenal.
And chic, man.
Does he play for... I don't know who he is, man. I've never heard of that player before. But
Johnny, would you have Batshuayi or Tammy Abraham?
What?
Would you have this Belgian guy, a Belgian striker, or would you have this Tammy Abraham?
Hey, can also say his name, please?
Yes. What, Batshuayi? You talking about Batshuayi?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Batshuayi can go as well. He's great on Twitter, but he's not...
Do you prefer this guy, this Batshuayi guy, or do you prefer Tammy Abraham?
Oh, Tammy. Of course I prefer Tammy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I do. Tammy scores goals, man. This Batshuayi, he
unfortunately,
50 chances. The only goal he scored was the title-winning goal. That's the only goal that I can think of. That
and the one against Man U.
Yeah, and Man U. That's it. Other than that, he's been on loan and he can't play.
Yeah,
something's not right with
as soon as possible. Kepa and Tammy Abraham. I just want them to leave the club as soon as possible.
For the right price. Absolutely.
Yeah, I want number 2 to leave as well, man. Number 2 needs to leave, man.
Kepa, man. Can't be bothered.
And I beg Bettinelli, man.
But Tuchel is playing Tammy so somebody can bid for him, but nobody is bidding for him.
Listen. The Real Madrid stuff, it's all banter, but he does fit into West Ham. He fits into Arsenal. He can play for Manchester United. Hear me out.
I think he would, if he wants Champions League football, he would not get with West Ham. So he probably would be better in Scotland, like Celtic, Rangers.
No. I'm saying he wants to stay in the
He can do a job at Leicester.
He could do a job at Leicester as well. Yeah, you're right. He could do. So Leicester, Man United, Arsenal, West Ham. He could get into all those sides.
Bro, if he can do a job for Leicester, West Ham, Arsenal, he can also do a job for West Ham.
Have you seen the team that Villa are building as well? Villa might be a shout.
Overrated, man. They're going to finish in 11th.
We don't know where we're going to finish. We haven't even started yet.
Yeah, but I see people going overboard, man.
He could, God forbid, he could go to Spurs and score goals. You know what I mean? Like, Tammy's at that level of he's at potential like Lukaku when he went to Everton. I feel like he's at that age now where he can go to a club where he's going to play every game, a decent club at a decent level, and prove his worth to make his next move to the top level. That's where I think Tammy's at now, in his stage of his career. He's not ready for Chelsea level right now.
Yeah.
Although
Johnny, is Haaland coming? Is Haaland coming?
Yes, he is coming.
Are you sure?
Yes.
How sure are you?
I'm 100% he's coming.
Is he?
Oh,
Johnny's a true believer, man.
Huh?
You're not 50% loading or whatever it was last week.
I didn't say 50%.
60%.
Someone did. Did you say 60%?
That was someone I spoke to.
I thought that was you. Okay, my bad.
But for me, no, I'm 100%. I've been 100% for a long time.
Oh, well, if he ain't done by the Super Cup, I'm officially giving up.
Nah, man. Have you not seen the latest tweet?
You're gonna wait till the end.
I'll give you a picture.
Yeah, let me see it. Let me see it.
Go on my Twitter and you'll see the picture. And this is the second one now, by the way.
What have you got? You got Haaland on the back of your away shirt now?
No. This is actually Chelsea.
Oh, for goodness, really?
Chelsea admin, bro.
Oh my gosh, no, this is horrendous. I'll share screen it, but Johnny, you're reaching at so many straws.
No. Look at it seriously.
Myron, you've seen it as well, didn't you?
Yeah. And look at the one, the black and yellow one as well. Look at the black and yellow.
Oh my god, bro!
Now the black
it's
and
like
yellow
Beautiful Minds.
was the same day as well. The admin are taking the piss out of you lot, man.
This isn't even starvation. This is malnourishment.
They're taking the piss, mate, and no one's clocking it.
What was the other one?
No, the other one.
The other one was that Alfie.
No,
Alfie unfollowed Chelsea, and then he said, "Take that of it, or take of that what you will."
So Alfie
unfollowed us.
He unfollowed on Instagram
a year ago
on his official account. He unfollowed 2 months ago.
Oh, 2 months ago.
2 months ago. And then he on Twitter he follows everyone, but he doesn't use Twitter. I've looked.
Johnny, you're not a detective by day, are you? Like,
why not?
Talk to him about the yacht, dude.
The yachts are classic. Yachts are classic. Someone sent me the locations of where he. I told you about that, didn't I? You saw it.
People can solve. Yeah, I saw it. People can solve crimes, but now they're just tracking Haaland deals and
they're tracking the Haaland deal, bro.
In Greece, dude.
Where Roman
out on the yacht.
Yeah.
I'm actually with Louis. Louis, I think he would find it hard in first season to score goals. He would need a
Haaland.
Even if Haaland doesn't play well, even if Haaland doesn't play well, man, he'll get the chances we'll give him. You'll do like 20% and still look good. That's how desperate we are. That's how many chances we created that haven't been converted.
If we get 15 league goals in the season minimum, we're going to be happy. As a first, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, don't expect Haaland numbers in his first season, but I don't think anyone is really expecting that either, unless you're just really just taking the piss, because you've seen enough players come in and struggle.
There's a breaking news agreement reached with Dortmund.
What? Yeah, I don't believe that.
Yeah, classic. It's so funny.
No, someone put it in the comment section, but that don't mean it's happening. It's not happening.
Well, so far, I asked a question to the fan base, and I said, do you think Chelsea will sign Haaland? And so far we've got, so why is in the comments? So what's your reason for you saying yes or no? No is a retweet and yes is a like. And so far we're on 354 retweets for no. And then on yes, we're on 4,400. So there is a lot of positivity out there. It's just the ones that we seem to speak to are very negative. But there are lots of fans that do actually believe that we are signing Haaland.
But he's not a god. He's not a fucking god. He's not a cheat code you play on a FIFA. He's not a cheat code.
Are you sure?
He's a footballer.
No one said
Classic. When he starts scoring,
I saw him levitate, man.
Oh, you guys are
gonna treat him like a god.
Like professional. No, he's just a footballer.
He shoots lightning out of his eyes, man.
He's gonna have bad games. He's gonna have.
He's a robot. He's a robot Viking.
He's a robot.
He's a robot Viking. He's been made in a laboratory. He's actually been made in a lab. He's just that unbelievable.
It's true. I've seen the documents.
Have you watched Terminator? Have you old enough to watch that? Yeah, it's like that.
He's
like the liquid robot.
Nothing. He's just a normal striker, 21 years old striker. The reason I want to.
He's not normal.
A normal $150 million striker.
He's not normal.
He was the setter against what do you call on did you watch that game Dortmund versus this club in preseason? He missed a sitter, like dead ball.
Yeah.
He missed it. He's not.
Well,
listen,
you put out of it, bro.
No, I like I don't like myself. I like what's his name, Haaland. I like him, but the way we are going after him, I don't like that.
Well, he's at the upper end of human achievement.
What are we supposed to do? Ignore him?
Yeah.
What like going for an Mbappe? What do you like? It's the same
I don't want to go for anyone.
Our club deserves him.
Our club. You're absolutely right. deserves a player of his quality and level. And we haven't bought a player. Havertz is obviously the closest to a player that we signed of this excitement level, of this kind of what he offers at the age he is. Like, these players usually go to Real Madrid's and Barcelona's. History will tell you that. All right, they go to that massive club, or they go to a Manchester United, and Chelsea seem to always miss out on these creme de la creme signings. This time, Chelsea is in the driver's seat, and he wants to play with Kai Havertz. He wants to play with Mason Mount. He wants to be part of Chelsea. He wants to play for Tuchel. He wants to play for Chelsea. Yes. That's the most important thing everyone else he needs to know. And it's only a matter of time when he signs. And that's all I'm going to say. Yeah.
I don't care. Listen, listen. When I wanted
Haaland, that was your question. I thought you cared.
I just wanted an easy deal. I pay him the money. He comes to our club and finish. The thing he's doing right now, it fucking annoys me. It is annoying.
Like what? His whole life is doing.
He's not here yet. He's not in London yet.
That is annoying. That's true. I don't like the thing he's doing where he's existing in Borussia Dortmund and not in London. I do. That is annoying.
We come here every day. This is like therapy.
How long is it? 2-hour flight?
Yeah.
2 hours. You can correct it so easily.
Helicopter, it might be an hour and a half.
45 minutes, bro.
25 minutes. So he can get to London, no problem. Well, Roman Abramovich transfers the funds. It's done, mate.
He went to fucking Barcelona while he had a match against City.
That was his dad, man.
Yeah, but if he goes to London, then what does that say? What does it tell everyone? Nothing secret. He's not going to do that.
Yeah, we're moving in silence, FC. Remember that.
Yeah.
Big up Artem saying Johnny probably has a GPS tracker on Erling Haaland's car. I wish he did. Then we'd actually know where this bastard's going.
He might be injury prone. We don't know. He might be injury prone.
Nah, mate.
Doubt it. Nah. He would have
like his dad was injured once. Nah. I think.
Yeah, but Pulisic was in the Bundesliga and he had more injuries than birthdays.
Listen, my son
Haaland's dad had his whole career taken away by Roy Keane.
Yeah, my son would have same genes as I have. So probably if somebody tackles me, I would be out of the game.
No, that
I'd have your wife's.
That was just outright violence from Roy Keane.
Yeah, that tackle was just
that was not a tackle.
That was a leg snapper.
That was just I'm coming.
Yeah, but Haaland started it. Listen, his dad started it. Remember, he tackled Roy Keane first.
Degrees, I would say. I've seen that. But...
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I can give this Haaland respect, but when I'm about to start shit talk about it, listen, he misses a lot of chances. He misses more than Werner and
Johnny,
Keane.
I think we found your polar opposite. Just completely polar opposite.
Klazov's always trying to show minerals, but he's not quite there, man.
Yeah, but he's missing chances. Haaland misses a lot of chances. I'm not going to lie.
I don't think so when he's bagged 41 goals in 40 games.
To be fair, he's got a bit of a point. I think he missed more chances than Werner did last season.
And Lewandowski missed 50 more than Werner.
Oh no, I'm just saying he misses chances. I'm not saying he doesn't score chances.
Every striker misses chances.
In the season,
I don't know anybody that doesn't miss chances.
Yeah, everyone's missing.
Ronaldo misses chances.
Some of the point there, but you're also going to take into account he's got 41 goals in the season. He just gets so many chances that a lot more are going into the back of his net. But the conversion rate is still better than Werner's.
Yeah, but it's like shooting 40 yards out every time out of 50. You might get it once or twice.
40 yards out? Is he well known for shooting from range?
No, I'm talking about Johnny shooting from 40 yards out.
If this guy doesn't come, listen, if Haaland doesn't come next week, I'll be slandering him for the rest of his life. He would never be my favorite player. Listen,
you already started.
That'll be his loss.
I would be telling exactly how he plays after 1 week. He only has 7 days to come to Chelsea.
Classic, give him 2. You gotta give him 2.
2 weeks, a week and a half. Classic, week and a half. Negotiate up.
Yeah.
Super Cup, okay, Casper?
Yeah, Super Cup.
Come on, Super Cup. There you
go. They've moved the first training session, haven't they, to the 18th?
Yeah.
So it's a week later. That's interesting.
Or you think it's got something to do with Erling Haaland coming through the door?
Yeah.
It all has something to do with Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
Did you pass a movement this morning? I think that was a sign.
Well, I don't even
up
what
just like Erling Haaland did, and that must be a link
that might be a connection right there, man.
Breathe the same oxygen, so you never know. It's coming very soon. We're going to end the stream here now anyway.
Lewis, there was a picture though of Haaland with holding two cups of Starbucks, and if you know on the Starbucks logo, it's got the woman with the star on her head, but obviously he's holding 2 stars, isn't he?
Yes. That's deep.
God, that's true.
That's deep.
Right. Eric, you jumped in. Any thoughts you got before we end the stream?
I was hearing some funny opinions about Tammy leaving and stuff like that. We don't have a replacement, so Tammy can't go anywhere until somebody else comes in.
We've got Haaland coming in. That's why Tammy's going.
There you go. It's problem solved, Eric.
Sorry?
Problem solved.
No. Look, when we see him hold the shirt, then we can get back to that one. But
what about when he's in London?
No. Sorry.
Well, when he's on his way to London.
You think he's coming on his way to London before his game for Dortmund? Come on.
What about the GPS coordinates? If we see the GPS coordinates and we know.
I'm going to get my guy to track the airplane anyway. I'll get him to track it.
Wow.
John, can I tell you something? Haaland is not coming.
No?
I don't want to hurt you, but Haaland is
You said you were
what,
2 weeks, man.
Everyone,
the last 2 minutes.
Everyone, the deal's off.
Be well, guys.
Haaland's not coming. Cassie just told us.
End the stream. It was perfect timing.
It's official. Tweet out. Kasrivers, let everyone know that Haaland's not coming.
You know what I'm looking forward to? I'm looking forward to Wednesday, man. When we can do the parade. That's the thing I'm looking forward to the most because there's nothing going on in the transfer market right now. So.
If you see a blonde hair bloke,
hey, enjoy it for the rest of us.
It's gonna be Haaland.
You see a guy looks like a Viking, around lurking.
Hoodie.
Man, we already have one Viking. Come on, man.
No, this one's Blondie. He's a blondie.
Yeah, we need a blonde.
Yeah.
He was at the back of the boat. This guy's at the front. Yeah.
Some Norwegian Viking, bro.
Lewis, what do you think about Kane is going to City or Grealish is going to City? Are they going to sign
Grealish? Grealish is definitely going to City because
they're going to sign both, bro.
Do you think both is going to happen? I think it's one or the other.
No,
can't be both.
It's one.
That's 200. That's 250 million. They haven't sold anyone.
Man, they have to air up money.
Bernardo Silva will leave, but 250 million on 2 players. I don't think they do that. I think they get one.
Yeah.
I'll get Jack Grealish.
I hope it's Grealish, man.
How the tables have turned with Bernardo Silva when Pep goes wherever I go.
He said it in the. Yeah.
Bernardo Silva comes with me everywhere.
He said it in the doc, didn't he? So he was
going
lying.
everywhere going now, is he? Yeah.
I mean,
Pep says a lot, bro.
He says a lot. Look, if they sign a player for 100 mil, he's already lied about that because he was like, "Oh, we don't have the money. We don't have the money." So he's a liar. Then
it's too expensive.
You lot all took the piss, when I said about Grealish. And look where he's going. He's going to Manchester City, all right? Yeah. And when he goes to Manchester City, he's going to ball out there. And everyone's going to go, damn, man, we should have bought Grealish.
You listen, I wanted
not for 100 million, John.
Why not? Why is he not worth 100 million now all of a sudden? Why is he not worth 100
he's not, bro.
Why not? He's the Premiership's most foul player. Why is he not?
I'm not worth it. I'm not saying he's not worth that, but
look,
how does he improve? How does he elevate our team, in terms of position?
In all sorts of ways, man. You can't get the ball off the geezer.
Look, he's literally not.
He's a possession-based player.
He's literally worth 80 million.
He's unreal. He's just.
No, man, he's not that. If you go on the transfer, whatever the website's called, he's literally not that much. It's like 80 million.
I do get you. It might be 80 million, but when you're signing someone, you pay more money so that you boost their confidence.
They're paying what they believe he's worth. If
they're
going to pay 100, to City, he's worth 100 to them. If we pay 150 for Haaland, it's because Roman Abramovich says He's worth 150 million.
Yeah, but Haaland, I would say Haaland is worth 120 easily.
Why is he worth 120? He's not.
Grealish is 26, bro. Don't act like he's some young player. This is
he's coming
first
even in his
season
prime.
in the Premier League, bro.
Yeah, but Grealish isn't even in his prime.
He's 26, bro. He's the same age as Raheem Sterling, man.
Yeah,
that's embarrassing. And this is the first standout season, man.
He's playing for a dead team, and he's been their best player.
Okay, but
City, and he's going to elevate.
But
Johnny. Elevate himself. He
elevates City. Play 100 million for a guy who had his first standout season at 25 years old.
What's wrong with 100 million? If Chelsea went and bought Grealish for 100 million, bought Haaland for 150 million, I ain't complaining, bro.
No. Look, what
I'm complaining if you just bought Grealish. I tell you that.
What would a player that costs that much money do? What do you expect Grealish to do at Man City for that kind of price?
He's going to make them tick, mate, in the final third.
They tick already, bro.
Ball progression, good passing, decent in the final third.
Gets free kicks.
Lewis, they had that already. They need to kill a goal scorer, man.
Skill.
I think
he's just a baller,
I think they're looking to play without a striker.
Yeah, they are.
That's why. They are. So if anything, you might see Grealish dropping deeper into one of the centre midfield roles, or he'll be playing on the wings.
His idol's De Bruyne. He wants to play with De Bruyne, doesn't he? So.
Oh, that's so cute. Fuck it, man. Fuck
I think it's because Kane is staying 100%.
What I will say though, Grealish is a bit of a he's a difficult one outside of football. So Pep might have an issue with that.
Yeah, he's a cokehead. That's what he is.
I don't know about that.
Shit. Johnny, what I was going to say, he's not that he's not worth that much. In terms of Chelsea, we're stacked in those areas. Like, we could pay so much money and he's not elevating our team
he's more
as much
durable.
as a striker would.
He's very strong player. He's a very strong player.
He might even start for us, but what I'm saying is, you look at the players in the positions where he would play.
Yeah, you'd have to sell Ziyech more likely.
No, but Chelsea need a goal scorer.
And Havertz.
We need the guy that can put his.
We need a goal scorer.
Performance hazard that good.
Well, him and Mount.
Performance hazard. Let's be real. Yeah. Jack Grealish is performance hazard.
We need more like attacking players, like cams.
Yeah.
Chelsea fans need to complain.
He's a cam. He's a 10, isn't he?
Nah, he's a left wing.
He's like a good inside forward winger.
He's a left winger, bro.
Grealish would be
Cam's a dead. No one wants to play Cams no more.
You just let him play wherever. You just let him
he would be a really nice option. He would.
He's got to have a free role because he's that
Johnny. The thing is, play one-touch football, bro. Like you can't run too much. Like you need to get rid of the ball fast.
When Grealish has the ball, he takes two defenders out of the game and allows his teammates to get into positions where he can just play a ball, run off them, and make things happen. That's the beauty of Grealish. How he opens up defenses, and you can't get the ball off him. And then you foul him. You end up fouling him. If he doesn't make the pass, if he doesn't make the pass, you force a foul, and that's a perfect play for City. That makes City better. Whether you like it or not, he makes them better.
He makes them better, but it's a waste of money, man. Let's be honest.
It's not a waste of money. If it makes you better, how's it a waste of money?
It's going to be a waste of money.
Does he make them that much? I don't know if he makes them.
Of course he does. You've got to be an idiot to think he doesn't make them better.
Well, I don't know if his 6 goals were.
He's better than Mahrez. He's better than Mahrez, mate.
He's not.
No.
He's better than
Silva. No, he's not. Listen,
he's better than Jesus.
Overhyping of English fucking players, man.
Yes, he is.
English player.
Yes, he is.
Nah, he's not. No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. Nah, he's not.
How can you say he's better than
100%. Grealish is a baller, mate.
Well, Mahrez is the PFA player of the year, bro.
He's starting with De Bruyne, mate.
Yeah, Mahrez is something.
Carried his country.
He's so something, isn't he? Where was
Mahrez carried his.
What do you mean, John? He's won Premier Leagues with Leicester and Man City.
Bro, Mahrez carried Leicester to the Premier League title at the age of Jack Grealish, man.
Like, why are you saying what's he done?
Well, this is why England win nothing, man. We are putting some over 26-year-old on a pedestal, bro. Jack Grealish has accomplished nothing.
If you don't think he makes them better, you don't know.
He makes them better, but I think Kane would have been a better option.
Kane, what would Kane provide?
So if we get
Kane, a goal scorer.
What's the point of goals? Listen, in the history of football,
What's the point of goals?
On average,
just ended
per
on that, bro.
game, listen, can you listen to me?
point of
Like
goals?
on history of football, like stats, I'm talking about proper stats.
Yeah.
Ever played, like all the games ever played, the average goal per game is 1 or 2 goals. You just need 1 or 2 goals in a game. Why do you need Kane? You can have goals from your wingers, the players who can track back.
I mean,
I think it doesn't play with Kane. Pep will not play. Trust me, Kane is not a Pep profile striker. I've said it about 1 million times. He's not their striker. He bought Ibrahimovic at Barcelona. It never worked. He's never bought
No, but Kane is
like
different. Kane is not
no,
like...
he's not different.
So why are they going after him?
Kane is not a false 9 striker. He's a typical centre forward. He's a poacher.
No, but he's a better footballer.
I don't know. You know, he's dropping pretty deep. That
he's dropping deep. But he doesn't.
You know, Johnny, I used to say the same thing as what you just said. Yeah, but when he went to Bayern, it was a little bit different. Lewandowski did play in his system and did score a lot of goals.
Look, Kane
I used to say the same thing as you.
Kane is not a poacher.
He is that quality of player to do that. He can do it.
Lewandowski is a different. He's got a different.
Yeah, Leva's better than Kane.
Lewandowski's touch and actual link up and skill is higher than Kane's. Kane's just a great goal scorer.
No, but Kane can still do it though.
He's not that
Kane can create play as well.
Yeah, but he
hasn't got the flicks.
He hasn't got the flicks and tricks and
But he can sit
skill.
deep and create. Like he got a lot of assists as well.
That's why he's not going to suit. Trust me when I say Kane ain't suiting Pep's system, and they're not going to go and buy him. He wants Grealish.
He's going to have to adapt his game as well. He's not going to be able to.
Every player, bruv, that you buy.
Jack Grealish has to adapt his game.
You buy has to adapt to the management system.
Yeah, he's the main man.
It's the same old.
Bro, he ain't getting those touches, bro. Like at Aston Villa.
He has to do them one-touch passes. He has to move the ball quickly. He can't be holding on to the ball for so long.
That's his game.
Yeah.
That's his game.
So you saying these flips and tricks?
Yeah, fuck his game. It's Pep's game now.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Pep will make him play the way he wants.
Bro, who the fuck is Jack Grealish to say, yeah, Pep, nah, man, that's my game. What?
I mean,
what have you won with your game? You're playing at Aston Villa at the age of 20.
He's a typical Pep player. And the fact that you lot can't see that, I don't know what to say to you, man.
He can be molded into one. I agree, but
the
way he plays now, he's not a typical.
The fact that Pep Guardiola tells his board exactly what players he wants. All right, and they've gone out and they're paying 100 million for Grealish because they want Grealish and he wants Grealish.
Yeah, he will mold him into He will mold him into a Guardiola player.
He takes him to the next level. And the fact that you lot arguing with me says
listen, you will see a difference in his play style.
You're talking
you think you think Grealish can play the way Pep wants, but Kane can't.
No, Kane is not that. Kane is not going to. He's not like false 9 position, bro.
Yeah.
No,
he's not
a false
9 striker. Lewandowski is more of a false 9 striker than Kane.
Of course he is, but Kane can still.
So that's why Lewandowski suited Pep Guardiola.
Okay, let me ask you this:
Ibrahimovic is not a false 9 striker.
Does Kane?
They're
suit
proper number 9s.
Does Kane
fit what Pep wants? Nobody knows what false 9 is. The only guy false 9 is Messi and Ronaldo.
What about Jesus? Look how many matches Jesus has played. How good is Jesus at the false 9 role?
He's been poor, mate.
Exactly. Yeah. So Kane is an upgrade. Kane will be better.
No, he plays De Bruyne there. The only reason he played Jesus there is because De Bruyne was injured.
Yeah, is Pep playing De Bruyne at striker then? I'm confused because I heard
false 9. He's playing.
I heard that Grealish won't even play on the wing. He will play as an 8. So,
it's when he plays a false.
What about Aguero? Wasn't Aguero a striker? Aguero's a striker.
Yeah, he didn't play Aguero. He puts him on the bench.
Yeah, but he didn't like Aguero that much, man. Even though
he did like Aguero. Come on.
Nah, man. It's not like you expected. He was benching him a lot.
No, this season, Aguero was a lot older.
I'm out of here, lads. Yeah, like the fact
that with that in mind, we said we were out like 20 minutes ago. I'm going to end the stream here. Big up everyone that's locked in. Alright, guys.
Falls out for them. You'll see.
Man, fuck Grealish, man.
He will, man.
You man. I've got. Guys. I've got a couple. Guys,
let Lewis finish.
Guys, I've got to end the stream. Big up everyone that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button. We out.